welcome to this, the joy of building in the afternoon.
Not the late night show anymore.
Not the late night show. We're going to test this. We're going to see how this goes. Traditionally, those who are familiar with the show, we usually start at around 6:30. Today, we're starting at 4. We checked a few of our algorithm things, and we both realized we have more energy in the afternoon rather than in the evening, so there's that element too. But we've realized that maybe we should try to shoot for the afternoon and see what happens. So here we are. It's the joy of building in the middle of the day. It's kind of wild.
It's going to be a test. We're going to try this today, and I think next week we're going to try it.
And see what happens.
Seemed like for most people, it seemed like a lot more people are on YouTube around the afternoon-ish.
more traffic going on.
So we're going to give it a shot. I know some people, they were like right at their work time later at night, right when they're like getting off.
A lot of people are leaving, a lot of people, yeah. So we figured that this might work a little better. It feels weird, but it also feels nice.
It'll take some adjustment.
Like I said, I got a lot more energy. Like I feel like, I feel pretty good. Let's get up and go. Let's do this. So here we are. As you guys know, we're let you guys vote on some really cool sets. Some really different sets today.
Some good ones.
This little gem here. We'll get to that last. In the meantime, we'll go through our candidates. We've got a really nice X-Wing. I actually haven't priced this one yet. I need to get that on. This one is from 2006, so kind of right in the dead center of Star Wars, Lego's Dark Age. But this is a beauty. It's a beautiful X-Wing. I think this is, I don't know if this is Luke specifically. It comes with Luke. Oh, Wedge, and it comes with a guy named Wedge as the pilot. He's shown in the pictures. It comes with a bunch of minifigures. Really beautiful set. That's our candidate there for Star Wars, representing Star Wars, of course. Next, we have another bit of a gem here. We've got this is not Time Cruisers. This is
Time Twisters.
Time Twisters, the bad guys. This is it's a train, one of our first trains we've had in the Joy Building. It is officially a train, even though it can't run on the tracks. It looks amazing. It's a bit like the Ghost Train.
It reminds me a lot of that because it doesn't use the actual train wheels, but it has functions as it moves.
Yeah, it's got a ton of play features. This is honestly a really
I want to say that one
really
is
nice
called the I think it's the Twisted Time Train, I want to say.
Twisted Time Train, something like that.
I want to say it's on this is a box with a flap.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're right, it is. Oh, I'll show you that if you guys want. This is a wild one. There's chrome elements everywhere. It's wacky beyond belief. Very cool set. That's another candidate. Time Twisters. Very important. And of course, everyone's favorite, everyone's least favorite, Minecraft. I don't think I built this set. We've had it on once or twice. It's amazing. I love Minecraft sets. I've never built one. You guys don't want to see them for some reason.
Okay, so I mean, like out of like all cool locations in Minecraft,
this is one of the most
end is one of the coolest. The end portal room.
Like you put it on there, boom, makes that noise, and you get the achievement. It's pretty cool. So the kids will remember this one. And last but not least, I need to give a big disclaimer. This is not certified pre-owned. This is pre-owned as is. I cannot promise all the parts because we have not had our team of people actually look and see if they're all there.
That's also why it's the price it is.
It's a lot less. At around $600, this is like the second or third most expensive set we've had on here. I think the Jango Fett Slave one is the most expensive.
It's one of the most expensive sets we've ever had on here, but this is probably one of the cheapest Cloud Cities you'll ever see.
Exactly. This is Cloud City. It does not have the figures, unfortunately. So if you do have the figures but not the set, which is the case for most people, this is definitely an interesting proposition to have. And I can check for you guys if it has all the parts tonight if you vote for it.
Yeah.
Definitely a rarity. If this was sealed, it would go for around 10 grand.
Easily.
Somewhere in there. 9, 10, somewhere in there. Close to 5 figures, which is saying something for
I mean, the Boba Fett and the Lando by themselves, that's close to 4 grand, if not more.
That's probably a little higher than 4 grand, something. Yeah, about that much. Man, this is crazy. All right, so we'll build this at our own risk. Can't guarantee everything's there because we simply haven't checked. But we saw it on the shelf. We're like, you know what?
Why not?
Why not? Let's build one of the most.
When else are we going to have a Cloud City on this show?
This is the perfect opportunity to actually build it too. So we figured let's just do it. We've had this for a while, so we'll see what you guys decide. Garrett, do you have a favorite?
So, honestly, I am very partial to Time Cruisers.
It's one of your favorites, isn't it?
I love Time Cruisers. This set actually came from me. This is
oh, no way, really? This is one of yours? Oh,
yes.
That's fun.
I traded that one in just because the box is in such good shape, and I don't collect boxes.
It's a really good box.
So, I just, I'll eventually re-get this set, but I had other stuff I wanted to
priorities?
get. I had to get a Monkey Kid mech.
Okay, so. Monkey Kid mech it is. Yeah, that is Monkey Kids.
But I also do really like that Minecraft set.
Yeah, it won't win. I wish it would. Maybe one day we'll get a really good one. You guys will want that, but we'll see. I think the Cloud City would be cool. I think the build it would be awesome.
I know that one won the poll, but our polls do happen to not mean anything.
They can be deceptive. They can be very deceptive.
It always changes.
Speaking of which, without further ado, I think it's time. You guys need to vote. Vote as many times as you want. Spam it. It's a bizarre democracy. We're a very weird democracy here, so just
vote
help
for
yourself.
Whichever set you guys want to see.
Vote away, guys. Now's your chance to do it.
Let's see. I know I see Morgan in here. I see Lemur Bricks. I see. Look, I saw Todd Aldridge. There he is. Joining us on Facebook.
There we go.
How's it going? Sam Williamson here. We got Nola's here. We got Jerry here. T Valkyrie, Flounder. Looks like my mom's here. Hey, Mom. We got Tegan. Let's see. I want to say I saw Miss Gloria in here.
I'm sure Mom's here somewhere. We told her about the time.
Yeah, looks like we got a good amount of our people here, so I'm glad everybody, this is all seems to be a time that you guys can make.
Yep. Are people dropping emojis?
Let's see. So Morgan says Cloud City. Grumpy says Time Train. My mom says Time Train. I see Lego
Grumpy J's doing Time Train. Oh, they're doing emojis.
Yep, I like it. Lemur says Minecraft.
Yep. Penny O'Donnell over there saying...
Let's see.
Minecraft. Oh, there's Cloud.
Jerry put looks like a little emoji of a subway. I'm going to assume that's a train.
Probably a train, yeah.
Noel says Cloud City.
Ooh, it's kind of tight. Well, there's no... Wow. I think it's just one Minecraft.
Get Minecraft
so
out here.
I'm
sorry, Lemur.
Sorry, Lemur. I want to build it too, but...
I also don't see X-Wing.
I'm not seeing X-Wing either, right? Yeah. All right. This is actually a pretty nice one. I don't have it priced, but it should be priced the moment the stream is done.
I know it's not the set the Christmas X-Wing is based on, but that looks a lot like the way the Christmas X-Wing is built. It's that similar era.
Well, it's a beautiful set. It came out with the B-Wing. That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys are interested, that's available too. And the Minecraft set, for those who want Minecraft sets, this thing is $150. It's an older one, and it's decently priced. But what are we saying? Oh, Grumpy's going crazy. Lemur Bricks changed it to Cloud.
Yep, and it looks like Lego Zombie has also changed to Cloud. So I think we're going to be building Cloud City tonight.
We're building Cloud City, folks. Oh, look at that.
It was a very close call with that.
Holy cow.
Now, again, just to preface, this is not a certified pre-owned set.
We have not checked it.
Typically, we only do sets that we have gone through and we have inventoried and made sure all the pieces are there.
However,
this is one of the first sets that we don't know if this is complete.
That being said, we did get it from a good source.
It was from a collector, and so typically...
A regular?
Yeah. Typically with that kind of stuff, it is, it should mostly be there. We're going to find out tonight.
I get to handle the instruction book.
I must say, be really careful.
I'm going to have to be nice and gentle tonight. For those
so T Valkyrie, we don't know what actually is missing from Cloud City.
Not sure, but we'll find out.
It's a pre-owned as-is set.
We will find out.
We have not inventoried it at all, but as we build it tonight, we'll notice if anything's missing. We know it doesn't have the minifigs. That's like the main thing. I mean, you can't expect a Cloud City to be 600 with minifigs.
Maybe like 20 years ago you could have pulled that off, but even then, that's pushing it. All right, let me just carefully unravel all this tape. There is a lot.
So Lemur Bricks, if it is missing pieces, this is listed as This is listed as pre-owned as is.
Pre-owned as is, guys.
So we're not going to be adding any pieces to it. We're not going to be taking any pieces away. This set is sold as it is in the box.
If we want to certify it, it's going to take a couple days, and then we have to pay.
And then the price will be more.
So it will be more expensive. It's just a little the risk you want to take. Let me just get this taken care of. This has been folded over a couple. I feel like a performing surgery. It's got to be nice and gentle.
Isaac said, "So if all the pieces are there, can we still buy it for $600?" Well, yes, it is.
We're not changing the price on you.
It is listed for. It is listed as certified or as pre-owned as is. I keep saying that.
We got to be really careful.
It's pre-owned as is. We cannot guarantee if everything's there, but that's the price it is now. If it's all there, it'll still be that price.
We have been selling a lot more pre-owned as is stuff, and people have been very happy. Ooh, let's go to Spotty.
Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
This might be some of the nicest Cloud City instructions I've ever seen.
This thing is pristine.
Whoa.
And it's in a rubber case right now. Here's the back for those who have never seen it. I feel like M&R Productions right now. Like, what am I doing?
Right.
Okay, so here I am. I'm going to open it up. Ooh, $10,000.
Lemur Bricks, anything that is missing, we'll probably just skip over.
Yeah, I'll probably just ignore it. It'll just be one of those things. My heart rate went up a little bit. Like,
Right.
what am I supposed to do?
And yes, T Valkyrie, we know it doesn't have the minifigs.
We can confirm no minifigs.
That is the one thing we are 100% we know it's missing.
Yep. And that is the case with all of our pre-owned as-is stuff.
Yes, the pre-owned as-is, it will come with its instructions, but no animals or minifigs.
Nope. Sorry, guys. I hope that's not too big of a disappointment.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, I mean, pre-owned as-is sets, typically those are sets that come in a Ziploc bag. They are fully disassembled most of the time. And typically, if you have a bag full of bricks, you didn't keep up with those figs.
Generally, no.
So...
There we go. But it's nice for people who want to need that one unusual thing to finish their collection. Like, I have the pilot, I've got the weapons, I don't have the ship.
What's up, Brickman Mosaics? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Now, Tegan, if we had all the minifigs for it, we probably would have went ahead and certified it.
Yes.
But we don't have all the Cloud City figs.
We have some Cloud City
We have
figs,
most of them. I want to say
we don't have all of them.
I want to say we have a Lando. We have a Boba in the case.
We don't have a Solo.
We had a Han. He's gone now.
No, we don't have him. I gotta be nice. I'm sorry it's taking a while, guys.
Yeah, this is one to be careful with.
Gotta be nice and gentle. There are quite a few bricks in here that are unique to the set.
There's a couple.
And I'll show you those guys, too. There's a couple of grass pieces that, in the castle community, are the biggest flex you could own. All right, I got it open. Bag number 1.
What's going on, Brick Jedi? How you doing, man?
Hey, Brick Jedi. We're doing something very Star Wars-y today. There we go. All right, so it's clean. It doesn't look like it's dusty or smoky or anything. Let's see.
T Valkyrie said, did the Orlando brick stream get cut off last night? I'm not sure. I did not. I wasn't able to catch it last night.
I was busy last night. I couldn't tell.
But they may have had some difficulties.
Flounder,
what happened last night? You in the chat?
A crash? There was a crash of some sort, I think, on the internet or something. Like Meta went down or something.
I did see something about that because they had to make. It was funny. They had to announce it on Twitter.
On their Twitter page?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's embarrassing.
So, like, I've already seen probably the biggest unique piece ever.
These are crazy. Oh my word. I also want to point out, I've got the Carbonite Han.
Yep.
And I do have the brown grass stalks. These are crazy rare. Let's go to Spotty. Let me dump this out. We'll go to Spotty here in a second. Okay. I'm going to have to hurry, I think, a little bit here.
We're only 13 minutes in with no bricks assembled. You're fine.
Oh, dear. Check this out, guys.
That is it. That's it.
The brown stalks.
That's the one.
For forever. This was the only color you could get. These are standard brown, not reddish brown, as far as I'm aware.
Those are standard brown.
They are very difficult to find because they only come in this set.
Throw one of those curved bricks up.
Look at this strange thing.
Exclusive to Cloud City.
It's from Belleville, I think, originally, unless this one came out first. But this is exclusive to Cloud City, one of the largest bricks they ever made. This color is exclusive.
It's not a plate, it's a brick.
Yeah, well, what did I say, plate?
No, I was just clarifying.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Because when you look at it from the top like that, you're like, that's a weird looking plate. No, that is a brick.
Get the water away from the instruction manual.
That's a good idea.
Put that on the floor. Oh.
Whoa.
Okay. Go to Spotty.
This might be just a Spotty stream.
It has printing inside. Look carefully. It has printing like a blueprint design. You guys see that?
That's really cool.
There's like detail behind the bricks.
I miss Lego instructions like that.
Look at that. Hang on, let's zoom in. There we are. It's full of different designs and grids. Oh, it's so cool. Here's the list of all the characters, too.
What do we have in there?
We've got Lando, Han, we've got Leia, Luke, a generic Stormtrooper, which you can get for $10, and a generic Vader, which you can get for around $50, I think. And, of course, the man himself, Cloud City Bulba.
Well, you know that's the Cloud City Stormtrooper.
Is he different?
And so he's actually about $9,000.
No, he's not.
Oh,
my word! All right, let me. I gotta move. Hang on.
Yeah,
Once I squeeze in there a little bit, there's a lot of parts. There should be 500 pieces.
Do whatever you gotta do.
Looks like there's more than 500 pieces though. All right, here we go. All right, did I miss anything? So far, no. All right, let's go. Time to speed build this bad boy. But Garrett.
Yeah, you're right, Morgan. They did originate in Belleville, but they only come in light bluish gray here.
Oh, this is light gray.
Light gray.
This is before things turned.
It's 2003. This is right in that.
Right before things turned.
It's like right when they changed it.
cool. I wonder if they took it off early because of the change of color. I wonder.
I don't know.
Got some of these white parts, which are unique.
Also, just like, these things are so weird.
I know. It's so crazy.
It's so weird to
Look
see.
at all the ugly colors. I love it.
Say,
I love it. I love it. I need a 2x4.
this is very much a 2003 set.
This is a very 03 set. This is a very dark time for Lego, too.
Yeah, it is.
Think about it. All right. But Garrett, I've heard you've been busy. Is that right?
I'm always busy.
You're busy with some Animal Crossing sets, am I right?
I'm way busy with Animal Crossing.
What do you think of them? The people want to know.
So it's way better than I thought it was going to be. So
and you had high hopes.
When they first showed it off, I said, "Yeah, it's Fabuland," and I'm still very much under that impression that it's Fabuland,
Good.
but in a good way.
I like
in
that.
the best way possible. So
Fabuland was cool. It needed something.
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of the Mario plates they're using for the bases.
Does it work?
Because I don't like those plates because they don't have studs on like every aspect of them. There's like that big hole in the middle, so like you can't it limits how you can customize them in my opinion.
Oh, that's weird.
But after building some of the sets, I understand why they're using those Mario plates to make everything so modular. It is a really cool system. Like if I was like. Because I'm going to modify all the sets anyway, so like I'm not super worried about the bases.
Okay.
But like if I was like 8 years old, that would blow my mind the way that all these sets connect and they have all these individual modules that you can move around and customize however you want.
Good.
My favorite thing about it, I think, is when you finish everything, you get to the back of the instructions, it doesn't tell you, hey, you put this piece here, you put this piece here, you put this piece here, you line it up to make a beachfront. It doesn't tell you. It says... It shows all the modules in like a little circle, and then it shows like a spiral, and it's like, put them wherever.
Okay.
And it gives you like 3 ideas on like where things can go.
That's amazing.
It reminds me a lot of a very classic Lego, how it's kind of very simple building.
It kind of tells you like, you do the work.
It's very simple building, but it's so much like integrated into like, this is your set, build it the way you want to. And I feel like Lego from this era, this was very much, you got a Star Wars set and it came with an alternate model to make it a helicopter.
Speaking of which, I got lightsaber hilts.
Yeah, you do.
Just floating around. I got a bunch of really good condition lightsaber hilts. Look at this, guys. That's a nice bonus. They were just sitting there.
What's going on, Dan? What's going on, Corey?
Too.
How you guys doing?
Oh, is that Corey Philbin? Oh, I'm sorry. You just missed a train, man. I'm so sorry. A train here. We were gonna do, but there wasn't enough votes.
Did you know that's actually
it was the time twisters?
That's Corey's Holy Grail train.
Is it his Holy Grail train?
His Holy Grail, his white whale, if you will.
No, I'm just messing with you, buddy. All right, let's see.
Morgan said those brown plant flower stems go for around $4 to $5 in new condition.
Exactly.
Yep.
For a grass stalk, which is normally 1 cent. So yeah, that's a rare one. I'm still kind of trying to wrap my head around the fact that I'm building this thing.
Have you ever built a Cloud City?
I have never even, I've seen one and it was glued. And then I think I saw one at a collection at a friend's place or something recently. I don't remember who it was. I think it wasn't Daniel. It was somebody like Daniel, though. But yeah, I haven't really handled one, so now I get to say that I built one, which is really cool. This is kind of fun, I get to flex a little bit.
Brickman says, if you guys created a Lego Star Wars UCS ship as a mock that Lego hasn't done yet, what ship or vehicle would you choose?
The Mon Calamari, if that's what it's called. That Republic, no, sorry, the Rebel ship.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's got like the spheres all lumpy looking thing.
Yep.
It's not the prettiest ship, but they've never made it, and it's super cool.
So,
and I want Akbar to say, it's a trap. I want that room.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
It'd be perfect, but no, they refuse to build it. I want to do that one, if I ever did one.
Arc 170, that'd be really cool, Morgan.
Is the Arc 170?
It's the one with the engines up on the this. It looks like almost like a warthog. It's got the big engines on the wings.
Wait, I think I know what you're talking about.
It looks like the Headhunter. They're almost the exact same ship.
Okay. Arc 170, like as a UCS.
Yeah.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah. I can see that. I need some slopes. Here we go.
I have two. I would want to do this one.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I have one gripe. I found a light bluish gray part versus a light gray part.
Yep.
So that's a first. So you'd have to replace one of those. It is an extremely common piece, though, if you needed to replace that. I know that neither part is unique to the set. So that's a mixed color. Sorry,
Henry the Horse said UCS Rancor.
UCS Rancor?
That'd be
dude,
funny.
that'd be amazing.
I would like a
Interesting. Does this come in the set only? I don't remember seeing that color.
That's strange.
A weird one. We're finding weird
Put that on
parts,
Spotty
guys.
real quick. Has anybody ever seen that part?
Has anyone? Oh, I've seen the part in black a million times. But this is a support that came out around the time of Jack Stone.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is unique to the set. It might be.
That's weird. Cool though.
By the way,
Noel
Garrett.
said not a ship, but definitely a UCS turbo tank. That would be crazy. That'd be huge.
So Garrett, if I was to buy a single Animal Crossing set, not knowing anything about it,
Yep.
which one should I buy?
Isabel's house visit.
Isabel's house visit. Okay.
Yes.
How big is it?
It is 392 parts.
Okay.
It is $40. So it's like the set I think that might have the best value out of the wave.
Okay.
Because it's like none of the set. That's the one thing I'm a little disappointed with the first wave. I understand why they did it this
Not
way.
a broken part, but other than that, it's fine. It can work.
I understand why they did it this way, but you don't get more than 2 minifigs in any set.
Interesting.
So even the biggest set, you only get 2 figs, which is a bit
Interesting.
strange. But the reason they did that is some of these like new headpieces they've made for these animals are so high quality and crazy. Dude,
Like,
two
they're
of
really
them,
good.
2 of them are triple molded, not dual molded. They're triple molded, which
That's
is
new?
wild. Yeah.
Okay.
So all the torso printings are really cool. None of them are like animal exclusive. You could use them on traditional figures if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But Isabel's house visit I think is the best value because you get 2 figs, you get a house, like a location build, and you also get like some yard stuff.
Okay.
And it's the one that like feels the most complete, I would say, without getting anything else.
Got a giant string in perfect condition. No
Ooh.
snarls, no nothing.
So I'd recommend that one, or if you want to only spend $15, you could get Julian's Birthday Party, which ended up being, I think, one of my favorite sets out of the way.
Okay.
It's the smallest one. Well, actually, it's not, which is weird. It's the cheapest one, but it has more pieces than the $20 set. Isn't that strange?
That is weird. I wonder why that is.
The $20 set is better, has bigger pieces, and the minifig's cooler, in my opinion. But that one ended up being my favorite. It's the smallest one. It's just like a little birthday party scene with like a cake and little presents, and you get 1 fig, and it's his birthday. And at first I was like, well, that's sad. He's the only one at his birthday party. Like, that's not a cool set. But it comes with a lot of cool accessories.
Okay, well,
that
there you go.
fig's awesome.
I think you're supposed to add it to the other ones
You
so
are.
that people can join.
But it, like I wasn't going to get it at first.
like a marketing thing.
And then I jumped the gun on it. I was like, I might as well. And it was really cool.
Okay, any white pieces? There we go. Got a lot of cool slopes going out. 1x2. So far,
Grumpy J said UCS Jabba's monkey. You talking about Salacious Crumb?
Salacious B. Crumb.
Yeah.
Who names? Okay, we'll go with that name.
That's funny. Liam Brooks said, nobody showed up to Julian's birthday party. He truly has the worst friends.
Oh, dear.
Well, see, I don't like Julian as a villager. I've had him on one of my Animal Crossing islands before, and I kicked him off my island. And that's why I wasn't going to get that set.
Oh, no.
Because I don't like him. Like he's like a blue unicorn. And I'm like, not one of my
Nobody
favorite
cares about
villagers.
unicorns.
But I think he might have one of my favorite torso prints I've ever seen.
Okay.
It's a, like a blue like hoodie that he's wearing, but it has galaxy prints all over it. So it's got like yellow with like
cool.
silver, like metallic silver and gold like all in it. It's so cool.
Joe's like gawking at Cloud City. That's pretty funny. Joe's over there.
Okay, Morgan, I was about to say, I was like, I feel like this
guys,
is
y'all
in
started
there.
too early. It's not 6:30.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's.
It's only 4:20.
Yeah, I've just realized we're really early. Y'all have to come back later.
It'll be
We
a.
have to end stream and come back. Oh,
Hey, Joe, what you know about this?
what you know about roll? Yeah. What about it?
Isn't that weird?
To the set?
It is a very unique part.
Mhm.
I don't know.
It's a Jack Stone part.
It's a Jack Stone piece, as far as I'm
I
aware.
didn't think it was unique, but yeah, I've seen it before.
Yeah, very strange.
I'm still kind of trying to wrap my head around the fact that I'm building Cloud City. Like, this instruction book is perfect. I
Yeah.
want to be really careful with it.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm just a
If
little.
you break it, you buy it.
That is true.
Yeah.
Now, somebody did have a good question earlier.
Okay.
So, yeah, as we're building the set, we don't know if everything's there.
Correct.
But if we build everything and then it is all there, the price stays
Did I
the
just
same.
certified it?
It does.
So
There you
That's
go.
correct.
perfect.
I only found one cracked piece, and it's a little bushing for all of 1 cent.
Right.
So.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
bushing.
20-year-old
But,
bushing.
I mean, you can automatically look at this.
I was about to say.
Look,
Those
those are the expensive ones. Those are there.
These are hard to get.
Also,
They're
I mean,
so vibrant you
look.
can barely see them on camera.
And look, it comes with the lightsaber hilts.
Right,
Just
chrome
sitting
lightsaber
there.
hilts. You've got the Han Solo. So I mean,
there's some good stuff.
At some point, this was. Oh, and these grass pieces are $5 a
Those
piece.
are
Yeah.
great. Yes.
$5 a piece.
I-
All the good stuff. This was an adult collector
Yeah.
who had this.
Yeah, as a grown up.
and a couple of the figs were there, just not all of them, so we couldn't.
I would go out on a limb, and I would say this is probably the cheapest Cloud City in the South.
You can buy it
You are correct, most
in
likely.
the southeast yeah, easily.
Don't quote us, but
I'm not going to quote anything, but just based on the way
and
Cloud Cities
the
go.
parts are actually like really nice. Like I'm looking
Yeah.
at these, and I don't see like scratch marks
No,
and
they're
stuff.
all really
that-
good. They're not dusty. Not a speck
Right, I
of
mean, it's
dust
like
anywhere.
what you expect to see is dusty old parts from it sitting in and out.
Yeah.
But these are good.
This looks like it was a set that he just took apart for storage.
Right, these are real nice.
So,
Yeah, it was all bagged pretty well. I mean, nothing crazy.
Oops. Make sure
These
that's
big
good.
pieces are sick too.
Yeah, the whole thing is sick.
Sam, unfortunately, we have not gotten any of the Animal Crossing sets in the store yet.
But
I'm still.
you got them.
I did. I've been already ranting on them. I love them.
Dude,
I-
I saw your post on Instagram. I was like, wow, he likes them.
Yeah,
I'll
if
show him.
anybody wants to see some of the sets, I did post some on my Instagram, so you can go ahead and look at them there. I'm gonna connect them all like in the modular aspect before I like customize everything.
And what's your Instagram?
Toa Garrett.
Toa Garrett.
Toa
Go
Garrett.
follow
I had to
him,
remember
folks.
that.
Follow, right.
I was
do
like,
that
what
all
is
the
my
time.
Instagram?
I do that too
The
sometimes,
thing with
honestly.
mine is it's like I can never remember, but it's either Lego Lord of the Rings 27 or LOTR
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, or it's LOTR Lego 27.
Yep.
I always forget.
I had to
which one
change
it is.
my name when I went to Instagram because Brother Steven was taken. So I had to do Brother Steven 100. So,
yeah,
like,
fair enough.
good luck.
Still there, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Those parts.
Peace.
See you,
Alright,
Joe.
See you, Joe. I just realized this is the room where Vader shows up and takes Han's pistol.
Yep.
So yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, Sam. The only Animal Crossing set I did not get was the largest one, the Nook's Cranny, just because it was $75 for 560 pieces. So it's a bit
Not
expensive.
seeing it, yeah.
It's a bit expensive, and I don't really like the way the Nook's Cranny looks. I think it needed to be a lot bigger. But once we get that,
Still put together.
that thing's been put together for 20 years.
This thing has been together for like 20 years. That's crazy. Should I open it? Should I separate the parts?
No.
No, I'm kidding.
That'd be evil at this
That'd be
point.
horrible. No. I'm sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
Mark, you can't quote me on that. No, don't quote me. But it might be true. Then you can quote me.
Here it is. Okay. Thought we were missing a piece, but we're not, thankfully.
Emmy says I want Animal Crossing sets, just don't want to pay for them. Isn't
That's
that the
the case
truth?
with most Lego products. Am I right, guys?
Mark, once I get the largest the set, the Nook's Cranny and Rosie's house, we'll build that for the Joy of Building.
Ooh, nice. 500 pieces.
It's like 530.
Okay. We could have Garrett build it this time. That'd be fun.
I was gonna bring one today to build like 130 piece set,
Mm-hmm.
just to like show it off and show you guys some of the figs.
That might be fun.
But I decided against it because I
gotcha.
want them all to myself.
All right, why'd I build it?
It's mine.
All right, there's our slopes.
Morgan said this trans neon orange 1x4s go for around $750 in new condition. There are only 12 for sale in the U.S. on Bricklink.
Only 12 for sale in the whole of Bricklink.
All in the U.S.
Wow. Well, you gonna pay international shipping?
Yeah,
what,
right.
like $40 for that? I don't know what the rate is these days.
Mark said I was contemplating afford them after all the.
I'm glad you didn't.
Probably couldn't get them all after all the trans neon yellow plates that he was getting
Oh.
for Rock
Started
Raiders.
on those. Oh, hello.
Whoa,
That's in really good shape.
that is.
Okay.
Limerick said, "Can we agree that the Hedwig at Pivot Drive is the new ugliest Harry Potter set?" No, because you're forgetting about the Dobby.
The Dobby Man reigns supreme.
The Dobby will reign supreme.
Dobby.
That Hedwig is ugly, but it's not creepy.
Which is that from the Dot set?
No.
Which one is he talking about?
Um,
I want to make sure I got that.
I'll show you. I need to have a Lego page opened anyway.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I got this door set up here. I don't know how this is supposed to work.
Grumpy J, you need some Animal Crossing. I think you need to get a set. I think you should go and buy Julian's birthday party for $15. You got nothing to lose. You'll like it, I promise.
I'll get one if you get one, Grumpy.
Yeah, so you get one, and then Steven will get one, and then when he goes down to Orlando, y'all can combine them together.
You can combine them together.
Yeah.
How about that? Alright, so I got that door set up here. Okay, so you... What?
Tegan said, I looked on the website, but doesn't show much tan bulk on there. Does the shop have much tan to sell? So if you're looking at like the bulk that's like new bulk by color, those are set like they're sealed bags of Lego that have like come from like classic sets
like the
essentially.
Supplement sets.
Yeah. And so like it'll be like a bag that's like mixed with like the tans and nougats and stuff. And so we may be out of stock of those at the moment. Now, if you just want like a bulk Lego in general, you know, we have probably an infinite amount of that. But color sorted stuff's a little hard to come by sometimes.
Yeah, it's just the amount of time.
Because we sell it, it's new stuff. So we get a classic set in and it's opened. We can't put that in our new bulk. So
this is a very interesting door.
William Brick said, if only someone could combine the two ugliest Harry Potter sets into something else.
Don't tempt the internet now. Don't tempt them.
I mean, now, okay, I will say if we get like a Hedwig at Privet Drive set with the head taken off and replaced with Dobby's head, we may be in trouble.
Very possible.
But.
Oh, okay. I had that on the other side. All right, let's fix that real quick, and then this room is almost done.
Excuse me. Has anybody in the chat seen Dune 2? I have to talk about it.
Has anyone in the chat seen Dune 2?
I have to talk about it. I don't want to spoil anything. I'm not going to get into spoilers.
But
It was our time.
We went and saw it. What was it? Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I think it's in my top 5 like favorite movies of all time.
It was good. Way better than the old one.
Well.
No, it was.
Well.
It was. It was so much better than the old one. The characters were great. They actually had good dialogue.
It was way better. I liked it a lot more than 2020 Dune.
Really?
Yes.
I almost prefer the first one slightly, but that means I like them both a lot. So. I love the fact that the effects were so realistic.
They were really, really good.
Everyone's complaining about special effects these days being worse and worse, but frankly, they were insanely good. Like, I was just blown away. You felt like you were there. And
we also saw it in IMAX, which was the right call.
Yeah. Well, I saw it on Extreme Screen, which wasn't as clear as IMAX, but it was still amazing.
Okay.
It was insane. I saw it at NCG down here. So. But, yeah, it was just mind-blowing. What would you think?
Yeah, anybody who hasn't given Dune a chance, go watch it. You're missing out. It might be the greatest sci-fi epic of all time.
Pretty much.
It's really good.
What's funny is that there's only a handful of there's a handful of scenes in the movie that you could have gone to. You paid the ticket just to see that one 5-minute scene. Like there's a couple. You know which ones I'm talking about?
Literally, the opening scene with the Harkonnens is
was like
that I would have paid.
I thought it was like a 1950s comic book. I was like in a 1950s comic book.
I would have paid the full price of the ticket just to watch that opening.
Just to watch the opening 7 minutes.
Yeah,
are insanely cool. Like you'll know what we're talking about when you see it. I promise.
It's so cool.
It's.
I know Corey really enjoyed it. Corey's in here saying, "I'll go you."
Yeah, you liked it. It's a little wacky, a little darker, a little creepier than the first one.
That is
the 2021. But that's how it was supposed to be.
I really want more Dune sets, but I know we'll never get them.
Probably not. We might get some, but probably not.
It solidifies even more that I have to get an ornithopter. Does anybody have an ornithopter?
You don't have one?
No.
Garrett.
Does anybody have an ornithopter in chat?
I mean, Mark has a few.
Besides Mark. Mark's also got a bunch of other Dune ships to build now.
Oh, he's got a lot. He's working on a Fremen army. It's pretty fun.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of the gray and light gray mix and match.
I really
like
hope
Harry Potter.
So like every now and then on Bricks and Pieces, like torsos and legs will show up.
Oh.
I really, really hope the still suits show up on Bricks and Pieces.
Still suits and stuff like that.
Because like you could just grab a bunch of still suits and make it a cool looking display.
By the way, I just had a thought. Is this online? This thing? Is this on the website? Is this on the website?
Cloud City, yes.
Okay, good. Because last time we had a really cool set and it was not on the
yes.
website. I remember that, so I don't want to make the same mistake twice. But yeah, what does the chat think of Dune?
Looks like a lot of people haven't seen it yet. but I highly recommend it.
That's so good. Not quite heavy enough to pull itself down.
For 2003? Yeah, 2003, that's a cool feature.
Check this out. Okay, let's go to Spotty real quick. All right, take a look at this door.
Woo!
That works perfectly. That's something I want to use. I like that technique. That's genius. There we go. Oh, everybody okay out there? All right, there's a lot going on in the back, too. I think there's a lot of opportunities to swap these
What's
setups
up,
around.
Dust Off the Bricks? How you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Glad you could join us.
It's a little early today. Oh, Garrett, what's our giveaway for tonight?
Oh, well, glad you asked. Our giveaway for tonight is going to be a Kylo Command Shuttle Polybag.
There it is.
This is... Oh, it's freezing on me.
Oh, no.
But this is a pretty cool looking ship, honestly. One of the cooler micro ones, I think. So that'll be our giveaway tonight.
Very fun. I know the polybags are very collectible on their own. Light bluish gray again. Where's light bluish gray? Are those 2x? No, they're 1x's. Okay, cool. And I need to have this brick here. And this brick here. This brick there.
So what is everybody building right now? What are you guys buying? What are you
We probably
selling?
caught them off guard a little bit.
What did everybody get on March 1st?
That's right. There was a
There's a
huge
lot of stuff
releases.
coming out.
I didn't get anything. I
You didn't
saved
get
my money.
anything?
Nah.
Nothing.
No. We have a Holy Grail set of
Oh.
mine from a childhood thing back when I was a kid. And I'm thinking about getting it here. It's much older than anything where Lego's released now. It's the Constellation ship. I kind of want to get that.
Yes.
I kind of want to get that. So I'm kind of saving my funds right now.
Let me see if they put this online real quick. Because I think we may have gotten... Yep. So I think today we got what might have been the coolest, most unexpected, I think we got the best trade-in today I've ever seen.
Really?
Yep, since I've been working here.
Since
So,
Continue.
and about a year.
Continue.
So today, randomly, it was no scheduled trade, just a random walk-in. This guy and his kid, a couple kids come in, and they bring us a sealed Avatar Fire Nation ship.
We talked about this in the back, didn't we?
Huh?
Sealed Fire Nation ship.
Huh?
They're very, very rare.
A sealed Fire Nation ship? Really? And yeah, I mean, the box had been cut open, but all the bags are sealed. I mean, I've never seen the box for that set in person.
I hadn't seen it either. Honestly.
Besides, when I was a kid. That's the last time I ever remember seeing that set.
There's just one problem. It's hideous. It's so ugly. I said it back there, and I'll say it in front of the camera for the internet to preserve.
That looks good.
Immortalize my words.
Look at it. That looks good.
No.
That looks good.
The set looks, the box looks incrable. And the characters look okay. But I'm sorry, it doesn't. Look at this hole right here. It's ugly. It's ugly. It's uglier than this by a long way.
Oh man, but yeah, so that was a really, really cool trade-in to see today. So that is now officially on our website. We have a sealed Fire Nation ship.
I think I'm missing my first part.
Let's see.
I'm missing a 1x4.
Morgan said, so that nearly complete Brickheads collection, did someone bring all those to the store in one trade-in? Yep.
Yeah.
One guy came in, it was, last Sunday morning?
Yeah, Sunday.
Last Sunday.
It was busy.
Yeah, it was right when we opened. Guy, he brought in a bunch of speed, almost all the 8-wide speed champions.
Yeah, a lot of speed champions.
That was a really cool trade.
That was insane trade, and
Cool. That was cool seeing all the Comic-Con ones. I hadn't seen a lot of those in person before.
We have the Boba Fett one now, too.
Yeah, Boba Fett and Han Solo and Carbonite.
Which is from this scene, actually, which is from Cloud City. That's funny.
The Spider-Man and Venom one's really cool. I've never seen that one in person.
That is extremely cool, yes. But yeah, you were a real trooper there, Garrett. That was a lot of... it was a busy day, and we were stretched pretty thin, so... good job out there.
Morgan, he didn't have, all the new ones. I know he was missing the Minecraft zombie.
Which I have, by the way.
He didn't have, the Stitch. He didn't have the Potted Groot, the Iron Spider. So it was stuff like that. Most of the new stuff he didn't have, but he had pretty much everything else. And then also, they didn't have the 2016 Comic-Con ones.
There we are. So the dining room is almost done here. I'm going to have their little glasses of water or blue milk or whatever it is on the front. There we go.
Caden said, I want to get the Tokyo architecture set, but I'm afraid of the condition the item may be in. Are you talking about from our website?
Is that Caden's, Vogan's younger sister?
No. It's a Caden.
Oh, okay.
Because, let's see. I can look at what condition we have it in up here.
Ooh.
Okay, so yeah, this one is pre-owned as is.
Yeah.
So we can't guarantee that everything is there.
Kind of like this set.
Yeah. Now, I will say, architecture sets typically are a lot easier to, like, just slip in a bag. And, like, there's not a lot of pieces to them. So, like, that one you'd probably be okay. Like, if you're missing one or two pieces, you probably already have them in your collection because they're probably just tiles.
It's very rare to see exclusive parts in the sets aside from the printed tile.
Mm-hmm.
They're generally pretty good about that. So, and most kids don't play with them and lose the parts. It's mostly adults that play with that, build them, put them on the shelf, and then forget about them.
Typically with architecture stuff like that, I would say you've got a pretty good chance of everything being there. I have bought like 5 or so 6 as-is sets from here, and they've been complete or missing like maybe 2 pieces, and that's it.
I didn't know you could do that. I've been building for 25 years. I didn't know you could take a 2x2 and then place it in the middle. I never knew that.
That's why there's an X.
Wow, I never knew that. That is so funny.
Yes, Century. This is a new time slot we're trying out.
Yep.
So we're gonna see how it works. I know we have a lot more energy around this time.
It feels nicer to do this in the afternoon, so we don't have to be, hey Garrett, how you doing today?
You guys don't have to listen to me yawn all day.
How's the chat doing? This is getting really good. I've got the carbonite room now with the translucent neon antennas, and we've got that goes there. This is where Han says "I know" instead of "I love you too." Very important scene.
What's up, Mark Laxton? So we're just trying a new timeout just for a couple different reasons. One is it seems like based on analytics and stuff that this is a time that works better for a lot more viewers.
It's more traffic.
So we're going to try that out, and we're going to try it next week and see how it goes. So we may push it back 30 minutes, we may push it back an hour. We don't know yet. We're experimenting.
Yeah. But we like it because, like I just said, we're not as tired. Hang on, let's.
And seeing the Noel says, glad it's an earlier time now, not in the middle of the night now where I am.
There you go. I know there's a lot of West Coast people who probably appreciate
Tegan
it.
said, I would love a job in a Lego store. I will say, it's
pretty fun.
It's very hard to have a bad day when you work at a Lego store.
I agree.
Especially when you walk in and then all of a sudden somebody trades in a sealed Fire Nation ship. So
as ugly as it is.
Speaking of,
I'm sorry. I don't
speaking
like
of Avatar, has anybody watched the live action Avatar on
Are all the
Netflix?
episodes out?
Season 1 isn't. It just got renewed for 2 more seasons already.
Okay, so are all the episodes released then?
Yeah.
At this point? Okay, so I was gonna wait till everything was released and watch it. I do really like the first one, the original show, the OG show, and everything.
The animated show.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I was gonna wait. It's not the end of the world if I get spoilers.
So you've seen the original show.
I know how everything plays out. Yeah, I've seen everything. I didn't see Legends of Korra. I didn't have time for it. So I heard it wasn't really that amazing too. It's a mixed bag.
You know that whole scene with Aang and like the big like koi fish whale thing that he's like surfing?
Yeah.
That's not there. That's not in the live action. Which is
really
kind of annoying.
Oh no.
And then the whole sequence where like Sokka's with those like
Kyoshi warriors?
Yeah, the women warriors.
Yeah.
He joins the
Earth Kingdom, yeah.
Yeah, that is not in the live action.
He doesn't join them?
No, they're not there at all.
He has to learn a lesson.
Well,
he's got to learn a lesson, doesn't he?
That's so far that's what I've heard is missing.
He looked down on, female protagonists.
There's a big character arc with Sokka and his sexism. And it's actually a really good character arc.
In the original or not?
In the animated one. It goes from him...
And is it in the new one?
No. They don't show.
Don't water down the characters, dummies.
That's what that's what I've heard so far.
We're off to a bad
and
start. We already just started.
Because I like the casting they did.
I'm sure that I'm sure.
Like the actors and actresses, like they fit the roles pretty well.
Good.
And I was looking forward to it, but I mean,
How's Uncle Iroh?
I don't know. I haven't seen his actor.
He's the guy who plays the TIE Fighter sheriff sort of character, remember? In The Mandalorian.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's the older pilot with the white beard and stuff like that. And you remember him, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but he's been in a bunch of stuff, too. But he's not on the show yet? Is that right?
I haven't seen the live action.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
I just...
You heard the rumors.
I've read a couple things about it.
Oh, okay.
Jerry says I like it, so I mean, I want to give it a shot. Is the thing, because I really like Avatar.
Just do a viewing party or something. So.
I do like Avatar, so I want to give it a shot. But I heard that the big thing was Sokka not having any relation with the Kyoshi or the warriors.
Kyoshi warriors.
Kyoshi warriors.
Yeah, Kyoshi warriors.
He had no he doesn't even interact with them. It's like what?
Strange.
That's like a huge
of
part of the show.
Is what's her name in the show?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Interesting.
But all I've heard...
Is that true, chat? Is that true?
I don't know if anybody else has seen it.
I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Better than the movie for sure. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure
that's
about
a
that.
low bar. We all know about the M. Night
That's so
Shyamalan
funny.
disaster that was Avatar.
But it got renewed for 2 more seasons already, so that it can't be that bad.
Well, I mean, Netflix, they like to do that sort of thing. So
He does interact with them? Okay.
Okay, good.
I might have to give it a shot then.
Let's see.
Since you have not gotten a medieval market yet, eventually, I don't know if I'll ever get that one. I like it.
I might have to get it.
But I don't have Lion Knights. I don't have Blacksmith.
We got all of that. We got all of that and more. It's my duty to support Castle. Like, if there's a Bionicle set, would you feel like, even if you weren't extremely enthusiastic, you'd have to buy it, right?
I didn't buy any of G2.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That's your answer, folks.
Well,
Yep.
that was also my Dark Ages. I didn't even know G2 came out until it got retired.
If you were around, you think you would have gotten them?
No.
Really? That bad, huh?
I did not like G2 Bionicle at all.
Interesting.
But anyway.
There's another one.
If I had the medieval blacksmith, I would get it. I would get the markets because it does look good.
It's a cool set. I love that big shield too.
Larger
shield.
What does everybody think? Excuse me. What does everybody think about the Batman animated series wall art?
That is cool. That's better than the Spider-Man one by a while.
Easily.
That is a cool set. I saw it's huge. I don't know what the price is.
$300.
That's not a bad price. It's like the size of the table.
It's like half the size of this table.
It's huge. You can put that anywhere. There's lots of micro scale, which we don't. We get the architecture, but that's it.
Yeah,
it's nice to have other stuff.
The minifigs look so good. The minifigs look amazing.
It's very much like the TV show, the animated series, the best show, and all that. Yeah, that thing looks cool. I'm not even much of a Batman guy, but I have the action figure. I might have to get that one day.
I think that's going to be a really popular one.
Mm-hmm.
The only
it's
thing
better than the Batbox.
The only thing I don't like is how it says Batman on the top in letters, but you can take that off. That's not a big problem.
Easily, no problem.
But yeah, it's really, really cool. It's way better than the Batbox.
Oh yeah, the Batbox is.
Now it's just what other Batman animated series stuff are we going to get? I hope it's not just that.
What's the sequel to the animated series? The one with the red...
Batman Beyond?
Batman Beyond. That's a beloved one,
If we get some Batman Beyond stuff, dude, I'll lose it.
I love how these are all the correct clips, by the way. These are all period...
are they all the old ones?
They're all the old ones.
Yeah.
Nice. And I've got our bars of translucent elements going on here. This is crazy. Alright.
Did anybody get the new R2-D2 yet? With the Darth Malak?
Yeah, the little one, right?
Because I'm actually really interested in getting that one. I couldn't care less about the Malak fig. I think he's kind of funny looking.
Kind of looks like Santa Claus, doesn't he?
But the R2 itself, I think, looks really good. And depending on how the C-3PO build that's coming out looks, I think this could be a really, really good pair of sets.
That would be nice. Because I think they wanted the C-3PO that wasn't so giant compared to R2 because he's like twice as big.
Yes. Well, it's
So-
gonna be the size of the Chewbacca they just did.
Right. And they're going to need a different R2 for that, and they've already covered that. So
Yes.
I think they're ready for it, which will be
I think it'd
nice
be really
to see.
cool. And did anybody get any of the micro scale ships? I'm interested in those. I know Daniel got them.
Oh, the MIDI scale?
Yeah,
Yeah, these all looked really good.
they all look pretty good.
It's a very small
Morgan got it.
shoes.
Okay. What do you think about the new R2? Do you like it better than the UCS one or
Let's hear
anything?
the opinions.
Grumpy got it too.
Let the
Yeah.
controversy flow.
Is it better or worse than the UCS one? That's what I want to know. Because we get UCS R2s in all the time,
All the time.
and I've noticed numerous issues with them.
I think they're cool, but I would never go out of my way to get one.
It doesn't want to stand up.
Does it?
You can't like pull the third leg out and it won't stand up with it out. It's
So
weird.
you can't pose him in his iconic leaning back thing, can you?
It says I haven't built the R2 yet, but I really like my UCS one. Okay. And then Century said new R2 is a perfect display scale, I think. Okay, cool.
Good. Good to know. Good to know.
I like that it's a little smaller
Yeah.
in general, but I don't know. I kind of want to get a the Tantive
Tantive
hallway.
Well, the hallway with Vader,
Yeah,
right?
mainly for the fives. I probably,
Yeah,
should,
the fives is
I probably
really
should
good.
just wait for a fives to come in
You
here.
know what's funny? I got to MNR production.
Did you get to hold a fives before it
I
came
got to
out?
hold the fives. He brought a fives with a bunch of the new stuff. He got them from Europe or something. I don't even know. I don't ask questions. I know when to not ask questions. And he had a five sitting there, and I'm like, may I? He's like, you may. And I picked it up, and I'm like, not bad. And I put him on the table, like, it's okay. It's all right. It's just another clone, but whatever.
Yep, right.
But I said, you should keep this away from the edge of the table. I was like, don't worry, I'll keep it over here. So we got that cool support thing going in now.
Grumpy said it's a great little build so far, easier than I thought. That's nice.
Good. Yeah. And we're almost there. I like how the back wall is consistent with itself.
Yeah, that is nice.
Like there's detail, like it's a structure going on. So it all kind of looks like the what is it called? What's the place called again? The actual city. It's
Best one?
Bespin. That's it. It actually looks like the Bespin architecture. I like that. I always forget the names.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and I might as well go ahead and air it out. But
What's that?
Cloud City is an ugly looking set.
I'm really gonna quiz the chat on this because it's desirable like almost no other Lego set,
Mhm.
and it's extremely rare. So an old light gray bracket.
That's cool.
Oh, okay. Now this is why it's expensive. Look at this, guys. Oh my word. Old light gray bracket from 2004.
Woo.
This is not easy to find these. As far as I'm aware, I don't see them in light gray very much.
Century, we are building 2003 Cloud City.
Cloud City.
This is the Cloud City.
But my question to the chat, and this will rage the debate,
Morgan's opposite with me with this set. Morgan loves the way this set looks.
is it ugly? I can't decide. I don't know if it's ugly or not.
And for me, it's mainly the layout of it. Is how it's like displayed. I think it's a really good play scale.
I don't know how else they would do it.
And that's a valid point.
Yeah, I don't know how else could you come up with a better setup. Like, I don't know if I can.
And see, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm 50-50. I'm in the middle. I don't know if it's, hideous or not because there's a lot of cool little play features that I'm finding. An ugly set with really good play features kind of gets redeemed a little bit.
It does.
But I'm curious what the chat is saying. I love this set
Now,
looks.
I have seen Cloud Cities that have been displayed better. Like they'll have a slave one on the landing pad and a cloud car somewhere. And the more you add to Cloud City, I think it looks good.
It has potential.
But it's just I don't know. I have to put
It's
myself.
in one of the worst eras ever.
I have
for
to put
bit for
myself
sets.
in the brain of
The poor
Lego
designers.
2003 is not good,
The poor designers
and
with their horrible,
Yeah.
horrible set. Parts selections getting worse and worse, and their budgets getting harder and harder. The agony they must have had to endure. But is this a good set for 2003? You think? but given the context.
For 2003, it's not a bad set.
If you compare this from even 2 or 3 years ago, this is nothing compared to some of the most, like, look at the color palette.
We've gotten so spoiled with, like, modern Lego.
We really, really have.
Because modern Lego is so, like...
Better than it's ever been.
Yeah, I mean, every year is better than the last.
Yeah, the Renaissance never stops.
Yeah. I mean, like, this is that era of, like, they weren't even, like, using their brains. They were still putting stickers over 2 pieces.
Yeah. Thankfully, no stickers yet.
Thankfully, no
no
stickers in the
which
set.
I'm sure is a relief to the collectors.
Yep.
But you're right. They put stickers over multiple pieces. They were... the color palette was gray, black, gray, and a neutral...
Pretty much.
warm color. Yeah, it was... This is a bad time for Lego. But this is probably one of those shining stars. Even the Spider-Man sets, which are the same era. They're like, this doesn't hold up as well as I remember. But so far, this thing is not too shabby.
I'm saying, Century was saying, you know, he had this set when they were a kid, and they loved it. I mean, I couldn't imagine having this set as a kid.
There's a couple people who work here. Justin had this set,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Like, this would be a phenomenal play scale set.
Imagine being one of the few who were like, oh, most expensive Star Wars set ever? I got one of those. I bought it when it was $20 on sale at Kmart.
Man.
Something like that. Or on sale at Toys R Us, I bought it. Okay, so they gave me a long list of stuff to use for Technic here. Okay.
Oh, they're having you build that whole assembly
There's
just
a
at
lot of
once.
Technic going down. Okay, I can do this. There we go. But yeah, what's the chat saying? Is it ugly?
I think most people are just, it's more of like an appreciation for the set, just for what it is.
Yeah.
You know, this is such there's a lot of history with this set.
As a kid, yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, let's wait to see the finished product. That's a fair
Yeah.
point. Let's see it in person, because even I haven't really gotten a chance to look at it.
I've seen like one Cloud City like displayed well.
Speaking of which,
Tegan said, if I was a Lego designer, I would love to do more remakes of classic sets. Oh, yeah.
they're doing Jedi Bob.
I might say, I mean, they're slowly getting there.
They're bringing a few things back.
I mean, between Jedi Bob and, you know, Pirates and Castle and Space, I mean, we really are in the remake era.
Which is
great.
Yeah, it's good. There's also the do whatever you want era, because they got like a Darth Jar Jar on the way with a black Millennium Falcon.
If that actually happens, oh, man. Oh, man.
That'll be the day.
That'll be the first Millennium Falcon I probably buy.
Off the shelf, just straight off the shelf. Gotta have it. Charge in.
I mean, a Dark Millennium Falcon sounds really cool, and to get a
Sith Falcon.
And to get like a Jedi Jedi
Yeah. We'll need a good nickname for it.
Dark Falcon.
Dark Falcon?
The Dark Falcon. That's what it's going to be called.
Not Sith Falcon?
Maybe.
Yeah, I kind of like Sith Falcon.
I'm pretty sure the set's called the Dark Falcon.
Okay, well, if this set's called it, then there's
we'll
no
see.
debate. There's no debate after that. I'm sorry, you're saying about Vader? White Vader?
Yeah, Jedi Vader I think would be a really cool fig.
Like a redeemed Vader.
Yeah.
So cool.
Like white with blue eyes. That'd be pretty sick.
That would be insane. Because we have a Big Kid Bricks one out here.
Yes.
And it looks really good,
Yes.
but to have an original? Man, that's going to be crazy.
Well, and I think... I keep yawning, guys. Sorry. It just hit me all at once.
When you stop working, you get tired, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I put my jacket on and got, like, warm.
He's so sleepy.
But, oh, I forgot what I was going to say now.
Vader?
Vader.
Falcon?
Oh, there's going to be a Sith, like, Chewbacca in it, which is supposed to be really cool.
Black Chrysanthemum?
Essentially, yeah.
Oh, we might have a Black Chrysanthemum,
Essentially.
guys. That was a missed opportunity by Lego. All right, I've got a bunch of other stuff. Okay. The chain's in good shape, too. Nothing's broken on that. That's nice. All right. Tan 1x3. Where's my tan 1x3?
Just off the bricks, Grumpy. What are you guys talking about?
Are they arguing?
No, they're over here talking about Jack Stone.
Oh! Do fill me in, sir.
No,
what is this Jack Stone?
no,
I am
Grumpy J.
all...
I'm not even gonna read that.
I know about Jack Stone. Go on. What are they saying?
Okay, so do you agree with Grumpy J that Jack Stone needs to make a comeback?
No!
Yeah.
No. It was horrible. Bring back Fabuland, bring back...
we don't need Fabuland
You
anymore.
can't even bring back Belleville with Friends, for crying out loud. It's practically the same thing, but better. But no, Jack Stone was a failed, horrible scar on Lego's heart. That was a horrible decision. I think I am missing a piece. So 1x3 tan.
Oh, well, Flounder?
Yeah.
You talking about the long, like rubber hose piece?
Yeah.
You talking about this? Talking about that thing right there?
What's he need it for?
You know what? Yeah, because this is old gray.
Oh yeah. I just.
Oh,
realized
that's
that.
wild. Okay.
What's up?
Here's your $80 tube.
What?
I don't. I'll just bend it back and
No,
forth.
don't touch that, dude. Seriously, that sounds like a Ben Franklin right there. Okay, easy. Man, $80 flex tube.
That's brutal.
It's in really good shape,
It
guys.
is. It
Like
is.
it's not even scuffed.
No.
Should I even put that on?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
I think
do
so.
it. I think I'm
That'd
missing
be
a
a-
1x3.
be a good
Oh,
idea.
hello, come in.
Is that a special
It's
guest I
him!
hear?
Is that a?
Mark told me to bring a chair, but I don't
It's
know how this is
5
going.
o'clock somewhere.
Well, I think we're gonna do this.
So we're actually
I think
decided.
you're gonna get my chair that I've been warming up for you.
Oh yeah.
I think
Swap.
this could work.
swap
I'm gonna
spots.
steal this one.
There you go.
Works, too.
There you go.
Brought some goodies with me.
You got
Yeah.
goodies.
So
Some goodies.
originally, when we did the Joy of Building, we planned on bringing guests on. So we
Yeah,
decided
yeah.
to bring that tradition back. So
Here I am.
Daniel,
Here I am.
how's it going?
It only took me, 2 years to get here.
Yeah, a long time.
Because fun fact, the very first time that I came down here was February of 2022.
Really?
And we filmed the very first episode of The Joy of Building the day that I came down before I even started working officially. It was an
Really?
interesting coincidence.
I did not know that. So you've been here as long as the Joy of Building's been here.
That's right. That's exactly
crazy.
right.
Well,
You
now
can go
you
back
know.
and watch that first episode when we used to walk around the store to pick out the sets.
Yeah, that was so
I
campy.
was
Wow.
trailing along behind, not sure what to say on
That
a live
was
stream
that
because I
was
was embarrassed.
so
It's fair.
campy because guess what? Those were staged.
Exactly.
So it's
exactly.
pretty fun.
They were staged.
Oh, before we
Uh,
get into this,
yeah,
I have
go
a
ahead.
quick question for you, Dan. Do you have this set?
I do have this set. This ugly, horrible set.
Okay, I was going to ask.
Yes.
Is it ugly?
I have this ugly, horribly designed,
Horribly-
no
Whoa.
good, very bad set.
Shots fired! Oh my word! But you had to have it.
And I had to have it.
But it
And
was
I paid
so
a lot
ugly.
of money
You
for
had to own
this.
it.
Do you have
Interesting.
figs?
I do have the figs.
All of them.
Ooh.
I have the
Every single
set. I have the figs. I have the instructions.
one? And you got them before they went crazy.
I do
didn't
not
you?
have the box.
Ah,
Some of the figs, yes. Some of them I got from here at full blown,
well, yeah,
full
there you
blown
go.
price.
All right, very cool. Now you've
Yeah.
got something.
Yes.
down
So
here.
also in the history of the Joy Building, I had to unscrew this from the wall.
I'm glad.
Oh, the treaty.
Because I had to verify with Mark. He said, "Do you want to come on as a special guest?" And I said, "Well, I have to make sure I'm not in violation of the treaty."
Yes.
Oh.
Because I will now read to you said treaty.
Oh, my word.
So buckle up.
Oh dear.
This treaty, signed here this 27th day of the month of October in the year of our Lord and release date of the UCS Razor Crest 2022, is hereby decreed that Chris Cott and Daniel Nettie, after last week's incredibly crafty and flatulent raid, are hereby declared to have fulfilled their manifest destinies in the Atlanta Brick Co. TV hit YouTube series The Joy of Building with Steven Erickson, airing every Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time with free giveaway, and have nothing left to plunder, asunder, or gain from carrying out further raids or otherwise totally awesome forms of destruction against said hit YouTube series, airing every Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Therefore, said champions BTW by the way of said raids, Daniel and Chris will cease any further actions made unto the Atlanta Brick Co. TV hit YouTube series, The Joy of Building with Steven Erickson, airing every Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, that could be considered of the nature of a raid or radiant activity, end quote, just sign here.
Wonderful.
So
Wonderful.
there you go. There you
Pure
go.
poetry.
Yes, yes.
So it does not seem like you're in violation.
We are not in violation
Okay.
of the
No, no,
treaty.
no, no, no,
no.
The treaty, there will be no flatulent activity or other awesome forms of destruction.
Now Morgan does make a good point, but the show is no longer at that time, so the treaty is void.
That's what I was thinking. We'll
Maybe,
have to write a new
maybe.
one.
We
I'll
might
have to.
We might
we'll
have to
see.
vote in an amendment.
We'll see.
I will personally rewrite the new one.
We may have enough voting members here that we could
Right.
make an amendment to
I
said
also
treaty.
want to point out the chain cracked, unfortunately. So I
Why'd
might
you
do
do
the
that?
new one.
Ooh, yeah, that's easy to replace.
Yeah, so I can't. I can't operate the play feature, unfortunately. So.
These parts look really good.
Aside from this one here, they're in really good shape. So
If
sorry
the-
about that.
If the figs weren't so gosh darn expensive, this would be a perfect candidate to inventory.
Yep.
Exactly. But we don't have all the figs.
Right. We do have a lot of them.
most of
Have
them.
y'all talked about that already?
We have
Yeah.
most of them in store. We have like 4.
I think the only thing we don't really have is what Han and do we have a Leia?
We have a Leia, but we don't have Han.
Yeah.
Even though
Yeah.
Han comes.
Han's
in
the only
smaller
one that
size.
I know we don't have.
Right. Yeah. He's not a crazy expensive. I think he's usually about $80.
Yeah.
Because
He's
he
not.
also
He's not like a
came-
Boba.
He
or...
also came in one of those little minifig packs. I
Yeah, I'm
think.
not gonna
Now
do that.
I
He
don't.
does. He does.
I don't
yeah.
know if we have the $9,000 Cloud City Stormtrooper,
yeah.
but
We got their lightsabers though.
I don't
Good
think we have
grief.
Luke either, do we?
We also have this thing.
you know what? I don't think we have a Luke.
We rarely see the Luke, and I think
Yeah.
it's
That's right.
because
We don't have a Luke.
his parts just look so common.
That's
I
right.
think he's not as easy to catch as like
Mhm.
Lando or something else.
But this
Well,
thing
when you
is
see a
full
Cloud
of
City
unique
Lando, you're like,
sets.
that's a Cloud City Lando.
Yeah, exactly. Or you at least look to make sure it's
Oh, I
not
got
the
another
anniversary.
Exactly, yeah.
Part here.
That's all right. Easy to fix.
I think you could eat that one.
No. It's
I'll do
acrylic.
it. I'll eat it.
Will you? All right, there
Yeah,
you go.
sure.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't. We're keeping that away from you.
I was gonna say I would swallow.
It would have been quick.
Look, you
No.
can get the lightsabers in here.
That's what I was
nice.
Yeah.
saying. We got the original Luke and Vader lightsaber blades right here. Look
I
at
think
that.
this is technically listed as a minifigure.
So you get at least one. There you
Hey.
go. Oh, did you ever see that contest that had the? There was a Star Wars video contest,
Mhm.
and Lego put it on their website, way back. Do you remember seeing that?
Not at all.
Ah, I gotta find that for you guys. That was the coolest video ever, and it was all around this. And there, everyone was Han in his carbonite kept getting changing hands for like 10 minutes. There's all
Okay.
this slapstick, and the doors were landing on people. It was the funniest mayhem I had seen in a. Oh,
miss
thank
one
you.
of those
Yeah, I
right
did.
there?
I was looking for that. Thank you, sir. It was the funniest thing I'd ever seen on the Lego website. It's just hilarious. But yeah, so
That's funny. No, I'd love to see that. I always love seeing like old promotional
yeah,
materials
old school
and things
stop and go.
around something
Yeah.
that's become as iconic as
Tell
this.
them about that flex tube.
You want to take a
How expensive?
Yeah, I can
Yeah, take a guess.
Yeah,
We'll do a trivia
um,
for Daniel here. How
Flex
expensive?
tubes are always stupid because people go on Bricklink and they just need to buy the one that's
The
from
one
the set.
missing
So like the
one.
ones from Ewok Village are
Yep.
like stupid expensive, even though you could buy
And the Falcon.
one that's 2 studs longer for
Exactly.
like $1. Gosh, this exact one.
Take
for the
a
number of
wild
people that have
guess.
probably tried to part out Cloud City.
I can imagine.
It's an old gray.
That's also harder to identify
Yeah.
with flex tubing because the difference between old and new gray
minimal.
in this softer plastics, same with like these
Yeah.
steering wheels, it's a lot more subtle and hard to tell. $22.50.
So Flounder gave us the average is around $81 for brick
What?
Up by a while. Oh,
Insane,
Isn't that
insane.
crazy?
for a piece of flex tube. Which
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
That hurts more than when I had to buy $50 worth of gold
But
tube.
did you check these ones?
Did not check that one.
These are what, 8 long? No, 9 long?
9.
I guess you could pull up the inventory to
Oh,
make sure.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Actually, I'll do it right now.
Sorry I can't show you this, guys, with the chain not working, but there's a really cool play feature where you can swap out the carbonite with Luke. Normal Han Solo. It's a pretty simple setup, too. You just slide them like a little conveyor belt. That's hilarious. Sorry, guys, I won't be able to show
That
you
module does look a little better the more it's getting built.
I know, right? It's starting to grow on me a little bit.
When
you
I
know?
leave, I can get you a chain. I'll bring you one back.
Would you mind?
Yeah.
Dark bluish gray? Oh, sorry, a dark gray?
Okay, 9 long light gray hose.
Oh,
We're
okay.
working
Is
with
Well,
them.
not very expensive.
Okay,
$2 to $5,
that makes sense.
yeah, I think I built it wrong.
and you need 2 of those. But yeah, the one long one.
Whatever,
Oh
we'll
my
continue.
gosh, that's
We'll keep going.
crazy.
Flounder said the last one sold for 81. The last few were around 40.
The new condition one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like some used ones are still in the $20 to $30 range. That's
Still,
insane.
For a tube, man.
Insane. All right, my real announcement here.
Oh, did you bring us
announcement.
something?
I brought you something.
What you got?
Oh,
Under the
you brought
table
us a
here.
goodie.
My big announcement is that the Atlanta Skyline set
Let's go to Spotty.
is
Go to
now
Spotty.
officially. Yeah, there you go. Pass it
There
over.
you go.
Now officially listed on atlbrick.com.
Wait
So
a second.
you can go and get your copy if you missed out from the Atlanta BrickCon exclusive
Here it is.
set. They are now available on the website. Again, still a limited number. I still expect them to sell fast. So
That's awesome.
It even
check
comes
them
with an
out now.
Atlanta logo.
that's right. Custom printed Atlanta tile, so you can put it right next to your other architecture skylines, and it'll look right at home.
Now that is awesome. So
That's
if you guys
so
didn't
cool.
get to make it to Atlanta BrickCon like I didn't get to pick one of these up because I didn't go to Atlanta BrickCon.
There you go. We'll have to set one aside
So
for you.
this is a perfect opportunity for
It
these to be at the
was, sir.
store.
Thank you.
What is the price on those too?
It is $60.
Okay,
$60.
not bad.
That's good.
$59.99.
And so all of them got the Atlanta printed tile.
They've all got the
That's
Atlanta
nice.
printed tile.
They've all got the tile,
Yep.
folks. You
I knew
heard
that
it
was
here.
kind of a back and forth.
And then here, you can show that
Oh.
off too.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got the updated backer card there as well. This is actually
Nice.
a nicer backer card because we had an error that we had to cover over kind of last minute before the convention. So we had just had a black and white printed out thing with the logo. But now we've got these nicer ones. So if you
Tells
missed
you all the
out on the
buildings.
convention,
Oh,
you're
that's
actually
great.
you're actually getting a nicer backer card with all the building names listed out. And my little
Super
sig
fun.
fig guy there, which is fun.
Super, super cool.
Yeah. Make sure if you're buying one on the website, if you're interested, you can also put in the order notes. There should be a field where you can write special notes or something if you want me to sign your copy on behalf.
Oh,
More than
perfect.
happy.
Definitely do that, folks.
I would recommend it.
Get those signatures.
For free.
That is really cool. So those are still a limited quantity though.
Still a limited quantity.
Okay.
Yep. We
So,
have
like,
the same
once-
number that we had in Atlanta. Obviously, those were selling fast because people were
Yeah.
in person and there was more hype.
A lot of AFOLs are getting
Yep.
those. A
And
lot
we-
of them.
And we pre-sold a lot of them too. with
So
the tickets.
once these are gone, they will not be back.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
We could still make more, but it could be a long
It'll
time
be a while.
before
That
we
means
do that.
no,
'cause
folks.
It takes a while to source the parts. So
That's
like
fair.
any custom kit, when we sell out, we may decide to make more. It just
Perfect.
depends on parts availability and things.
Now, can we expect any other micro scale skylines possibly?
maybe
Is that something we can
Maybe.
say?
Maybe not. I don't know. There's
Okay.
nothing concrete in the works.
Like
That's
to
fair.
see
Put it
that.
that way.
Not gonna lie, I would enjoy that.
It's one possible candidate for what we might do for an Orlando exclusive kit.
Yeah.
But we're not certain yet on whether or not that's even viable with what the Orlando skyline looks like, if there's even any iconic
Yeah.
buildings, or trying to stay away from Disney stuff.
All right. So you know what you need to do?
What do we need to do, Garrett?
Micro scale Atlanta Brick Co.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah, like an architecture line, like a more
Yeah.
3D one.
Micro
Yeah.
scale Orlando Brickco.
I mean,
That would be cool.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
One of the other options was possibly micro scale, or I guess it wouldn't really be micro scale. It would be minifigure scale model of the Stark Expo table,
So that'd be cool.
because we have the.
That could be cool.
I assume this is public information at this point. We
I-
have the
maybe.
Stark Expo
Yeah.
table model down in the Orlando storefront, so it'll be kind of a feature thing down there.
That could be really cool.
So that's an option.
Oh,
So
Morgan says micro scaled Brick Atlanta.
yeah,
That could be
could be
cool.
interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah. Get the Noonan Town Square in there.
Have a little
that
stud that
would be
represents
fun.
Marcel and his encampment in the back.
Yeah, his
That would
little,
be-
his little tent.
You could even do it like the setup with the VIP sets and the ones you make.
Mhm.
You could have each building kind of look like that. That would be fun.
Yeah. Could be interesting.
Marcel's tent would be at Musk, of course.
We just want to keep it, relatively small scale, because
Of course.
even this one, it's $60 for. I don't remember how many parts are in it, but it's comparable to some of the other architecture skylines.
Well, I mean,
so
the
we can't
architecture
get too crazy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the architecture stuff is already, expensive. And
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The bigger the set is, the more parts we have to source out, and that does bring the price up.
Yeah, that
For
happens.
sure. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
And the time that goes into it and everything else.
Yeah, is microscale your favorite thing, Daniel?
Probably for
That's
mock
your-
building.
that's your favorite?
That's kind of my
Yeah.
bread and butter, I would say.
Okay.
I mean,
You're kind of the king
anything-
of it.
Anything with a lot of fun details in it is
I've
where
noticed
I
that.
get more fun.
Notice that about your works. They're very heavy on the details and in all the right ways.
I don't mind
Mm-hmm.
fussing with small parts for a long time to get one section of something just right.
Yeah.
That's where the fun is. That's
Yeah.
the challenge, isn't it?
Now,
And it's also a lot about knowing like different ratios and proportions of different Lego parts. So like all
Scale,
the
the
different
size.
brackets and snot bricks, and it's like, how can I rotate this and angle this to
Yeah.
get these connections to do what I want it to do?
Okay.
now Morgan asked Daniel, how did you decide which landmarks to include?
That is something I got asked a lot in Atlanta. The prompt that we received from the organizers of Atlanta Brick Con was that they wanted an Atlanta Skyline kit, and that we should generally try and base it off of the Atlanta Brick Con logo, which
Yeah.
already had the Atlanta Skyline in it. So it had several more buildings in it than this. I don't have a reference picture, but I think it probably had about 8 or 10 buildings. So we narrowed it down to the the 5 sort of most iconic
Yeah.
ones.
The largest ones.
So a lot of people were asking, why didn't you make such and such building? And
I mean,
the answer
aquarium,
was it mostly just didn't make the cut. So the Truist building was another one a lot of people asked about. I did make a prototype version of that one, but it didn't make the cut. The Westin Hotel is another one. Bricksar was really wondering about the Westin Hotel because he said all of the buildings in this, apart from the Capitol, are much newer parts of the Atlanta skyline as opposed to older, like more historic ones. So I actually gave Bricksar the original prototype little Westin Tower.
There you go.
Which is the reason we didn't do it is because it was a gray cylinder.
Exactly.
It wasn't very exciting or interesting.
That's what that was. I remember seeing this this light bluish gray thing. I'm like,
I think he posted about it in one of his videos or something because he thought it was funny. So I gave him that. The Truist Tower one was just kind of some dark blue. It was just a dark blue rectangle and had a little geometric thing on the
we
top.
want him to look really... I remember seeing this in Stranger Things Season 2, where Elle goes to the city, and I'm like, I'm sure seen that building 1,000 times.
I'm sure you can see it in Walking Dead, too.
Oh, yeah.
This is one of the taller buildings in the United States, actually. It's like top 30 or something?
I believe it.
In the whole country?
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's a really big building.
Yeah.
But yes, we have the... where's that backer card? I need my reference. So we've got the Skyview Atlanta, which is the Ferris wheel, which is right there by the Centennial Park, and the what's that concert venue right there?
There's also an ice skating rink not far from it.
It's like right behind it. I can't think of the name of it. Tabernacle?
Yep.
Is that it? Yeah. Then we've got 191 Peachtree Tower, which is, as far as I can tell, the name of the building and also the address.
Yeah.
Most of these buildings don't really have interesting titles. Bank of America Plaza is the big brown one. The Georgia State Capitol, of course. And then Symphony Tower, or 1180 Peachtree. But yeah, like I said, so some of the other ones that didn't quite make the cut, the Westin Tower, the Truist building. One that I wanted to do but couldn't figure out a good way to do would be just the sign for the varsity.
Yeah.
If we'd had a little more budget for printed parts, I think that's the only way you feasibly could have done it.
Ooh, I know a lot of people would have liked that, right?
Yeah.
Right, Garrett?
You could have just done like a little antenna with an orange 1x3 corner tile, for a V, but
it's a little too wide. The other thing I tried was the 2x2 wedge plate, which is more of a sharper V, but it doesn't have the notch out of the top, so it kind of looked more like a big check mark or
I think this turned out really, really well.
Oh yeah,
I'm happy
super
with it.
sweet.
I'm happy with it for sure.
I do like the Capitol building especially too. That's a really fun one.
Yeah, it was fun. I was just glad we were able to get those gold dome pieces.
Oh, I know.
If it had been too expensive, we would have been cooked on.
There is no substitute for that part, is there?
Yeah,
no, that would be perfect.
And the printed tiles turned out really nice too. So look good.
The fact that we were able to get an Atlanta printed tile was really cool with that.
That's right. Yes, are those locally done?
For sure.
The tiles?
Was what locally done? No, we had. I think we had Big Kid Bricks do those.
Oh yeah, we got a good working relationship with Big Kid Bricks. Yeah, no problem.
For sure. It's nice to have good friends in the community.
Well, that is awesome.
Let's see, the Marietta Big Chicken Restaurant. Yeah, a lot of people do that. We were going for ones that are just in downtown Atlanta.
I don't think that's a skyscraper, is it?
It's not a It's an iconic building, but not a skyscraper. Was not in the Atlanta Brick Con logo. Is another thing. So a lot of people also asked about the King and Queen buildings.
Oh
those are often associated with Atlanta, but they're not really in Atlanta proper.
I wouldn't consider them part of the skyline.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Which is also the varsity's iconic, but I wouldn't consider that part of the skyline.
It's well below the skyline. You
Some
can't
of the
see
Lego
it,
skyline sets do have smaller things. Like the Vegas Strip has the Vegas sign, even though it's small. But again, they did it on a printed tile.
Exactly.
I know that the Los Angeles one has the little houses on the side plus the giant bridges.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
remember that one
for sure. But yeah, let's see. King and Queen building, the varsity.
Krispy Kreme. Somebody asked about that.
Yeah. Oh, the what is it? The Puppet Center for the Arts or Center for Puppetry Arts is a really iconic, striking building. It's like this crazy lime green thing with all these diamonds all over it. But again, not necessarily part of the skyline, which you see from the distance. So if you drive on the highway through Atlanta, you can see
all of these.
You can see all the Ferris wheel, maybe not, but
in some areas you can see it. But you'd have to be kind of.
It depends on
you can certainly see it from Centennial Park.
It depends on how you go through Atlanta.
For sure. for sure.
What's up, Nexus? How you doing, man?
Hey, it's your buddy Nexus.
Now,
Yeah, all right. I think that's my cue to leave.
Oh, bye, Daniel.
Now, Morgan does have a question. He said, did you consider putting the nameplate on the front to match the other skylines? I think he means like on a bracket.
Yeah. The reasoning behind a lot of that was just parts count.
Yeah.
So we wanted to keep the base as simple as possible so that we could put more parts towards the building. We already kind of went over what our original recommendation for parts count was.
But I think it was kind of required.
It was worth it. So we were trying to originally have it be at a slightly lower price point, but to get it the way we wanted it, this was what it had to be. But it clearly paid off.
It's better to do it
really
right.
liked
I think that showed it.
For sure.
You know, it still did well enough, and I mean,
printing is really good.
it's a really, really good looking micro scale set.
Well, thank you.
It
You could
was-
certainly modify it if you want it to be a little more in line with the rest of your architecture sets. You could totally build a better base for it.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's my update.
I like
It's
it.
my
definitely
news.
a good one.
Now,
Good to have him on the show.
while we're still on the topic of micro scale,
Yes.
have you gotten a Ninjago City?
The micro Ninjago set.
Yeah.
I have redeemed the code for it, but I have not yet placed an order.
Okay.
to redeem said
Oh, I
code.
think you should.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of like right up your alley, isn't
And
it?
I know what you're going to tell me to buy, Garrett, because I made the mistake of telling you earlier today what I was thinking about buying.
I think it needs to happen.
What were you going to buy?
I told him I'm becoming increasingly persuaded to buy a Dune Ornithopter.
I think you should. 100%.
Because we
Kinda
just saw
nice.
Dune Part 2, and now's going to be the time to get it, because
It won't-
it's
won't
going
go
to be
down.
retired before they make Part 3.
Oh,
sure.
easily.
No way they're
Easily.
going to keep it in production that long.
I don't
All
even-
those
way
crazy
are.
minifigs.
I don't even think it'll be around for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Like,
don't know.
I think this is
short
going to be a
run.
Could
pretty
be a
short
crazy
one.
short run. I don't know.
I
We'll
guarantee
see.
it's going to be a short run.
Yeah, you need to get
How do
I
you
don't
that.
want
already
to
have one?
miss out on this one.
You don't already have one. That's
Because
a
it's,
surprise.
I mean, it's a lot. It's $160.
You need to go ahead and make a parts
Yeah.
list for all the Technic pieces, though.
I am gonna do that.
You gotta-
I'm gonna do
you
that.
gotta switch 'em.
Here's the. Oops.
I'll buy it and I'll bring the manual in.
Yeah.
And I'll just
The
look in the
green
back
stud.
pages of the manual and pull all the parts.
Exactly.
Here for it. The biggest one is those the pins with the ball joint.
Yeah.
And then some of the axles.
Well,
just the two long axles.
You need to come down to
in
the
red.
Bionicle bar. I got all those down there.
I'm sure. Most of them are not hard to find. It'll be an easy switch to do.
I
Morgan
dropped
said,
the
"Wait,
lime
there's gonna
green
be a
stud
Dune
in the
three?"
run off.
Drop it. I felt it.
So-
Thankfully, it's a super common part. So.
From what I know, Morgan, what I've read, they have the entire script of Dune 3 like written and ready to go. They're just waiting to like get greenlit.
Yeah, and I'm sure it'll be probably within a week or
I
two as
cannot-
the numbers roll
I
in.
cannot imagine they don't greenlight Dune 3, Dune Messiah.
No, yeah,
No,
definitely.
they have to do that.
I mean, you have to at least finish the trilogy. I don't expect we get 6 Dune movies.
Not
No.
likely.
We're not gonna get 16 movies, and
But-
I don't think
Now-
Herbert got to finish them either.
I wouldn't mind like a Children of Dune spin-off series because that could be kind of cool.
You mean like on the
You
Sci-Fi
know more about
channel?
the source material.
Yeah, a little
yeah?
bit.
So I mean, I could see them wrapping it up in another part.
Yeah.
But it depends how deep you want to go. There's always more Dune.
There's always more Dune.
I think is the moral of the story.
Alright, so we've got a hinged. Holy moly!
Man, those instructions are looking really
In
clean.
such
too.
good
know, they're
shape.
perfect.
Mine are
They're
kind of rough,
really-
and they were still pretty expensive.
They're really, really good shape. How much are the instruction books, by the way?
I'm sure they're up there.
Mine were kind of beat up, and I think I paid like $75 or $80 for them, but that was a while ago.
I am sure they are up there.
Also, I'm
Yeah.
running into a slight problem. I'm running out of time because normally we go for an hour and a half, and it's almost.
We'll run it 2 hours today.
It's almost 5:30. What's that?
We'll run it till 6 today.
Why not?
I mean, if everyone else is
Because
okay with that.
if people didn't know about
Yep.
the time update or something, they'll
I was-
start tuning in.
Steven, I
they'll
was
know.
That's
planning on
true.
running it till 6 anyway for that.
You were?
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I don't want you to be held
And
up.
this
fired,
is a
so-
good set to
to
go
just
over.
dwell on. You know,
Yeah.
it's really crazy.
Yep.
and
Yeah,
find the
crazy's a good word for
It is crazy. Like they don't make sense like
and
this.
honestly, I'm pretty sure the last thing you build is the landing pads. If you don't get to that anyway, no,
Oh yeah,
no harm
no,
done.
no one's gonna be crying over that. I'm
yeah,
sure.
I think you could let that go.
What's
Essentially,
funny,
based on the ending of Doom 2, there's no way this was the final one.
I mean, it could theoretically be the final one if
no,
they had to.
no.
If it was really serious, like if it didn't
Yeah,
do
they
well.
said it.
Yeah.
Like, what was the last line of the movie? Was something about prepare for the holy war.
That is that's true. With the music
There-
swelling
That's,
and
that's
everything.
a cliffhanger. That's not an ending.
Yeah.
We've got to see Paul's slow descent into madness.
Now, Corey has an interesting take here. I think the reason Cloud City is so rare is because it was so ugly nobody got it.
Yep.
I agree.
Is that the? Because here's the thing. This came out in 2003, and it
Yeah.
has. Look at this.
Yeah.
Dark gray parts.
Yeah.
Did they kick it off the shelves when they changed the color early?
It could have been a shorter release.
I was gonna say, like, is that a thing?
This set just looks older than it is. This looks like it should be from 1999.
It does. It looks like a 90s set.
So when you find those like pictures on Instagram where people will show like a picture they found on their old, like home video camera or whatever of like Lego store shelves in 2003, you look at all the other stuff that you could have been spending your money on in 2003. This was not a great one.
No, there was some much better set. You could have got Django Slave 1 at the same time, as far as I'm aware. Is that right?
Yeah,
About
probably.
the same
Around
era?
there.
Yeah.
I think that's 04.
They would have been on the shelf at the same time, is that right?
Yeah.
Maybe later in its run,
Yeah,
that
but-
was still dark gray, so it should be.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. So, I mean, what would you rather have? Like, it's,
yeah.
I'd rather have the ship, personally.
I think so.
There's also, wasn't there a Tanta 4 that came out around this time? I don't even remember. There's a couple of good sets
No,
from
I
this
think
era.
the first one of those was later.
Yeah.
That might have been more like 2006, 2008.
But it was this one.
Because they were still the eyes without pupils, that first Captain Antilles.
That's right. But yeah, it was this one that would go on and become the legend that it is.
Yeah, that's right.
How did you come to get yours, Daniel? You didn't buy it here, did you?
It was a slow burn. The very first thing I got was the Cloud City Boba Fett, because there's no other reason I would have ever sought to seek this.
Yeah.
Before it
set
was
out
crazy.
to
Before it
not
went too
have
crazy.
it. Well, kind of. I was at someone's house and I was going through their brother's old Lego bins in their attic.
Oh,
But
that's fun.
But they said, "Hey, do you want to look at the old Lego in the attic?" And I said, "Yeah, sure. I'll take a look through it. If he's got old sets in there, I could inventory him and put him back together for him if he ever wants to sell it. Stuff like that." So I did that. It's all Star Wars sets from like 2007, 8, 9, that era.
Second, third gen Star Wars.
Early-ish Clone Wars stuff, but not like real hitters, real popular ones.
Yeah.
Ones that were overproduced, oversold. They were popular ones, so they're not worth a ton. Like Republic Attack Shuttle, some of those, good sets, but nothing crazy. Not like
Nothing to drool
V19
over.
Torrent or none of that stuff.
Nothing to drool over. Yeah.
It's all from that time period. So I'm going through this bin, I'm pulling parts out, sorting them down by sets, and I find the first thing I find is I think it was the legs. And I didn't know nearly as much about Lego as I do now. So I was like, that's weird. I don't think the old Boba Fett had leg printing. I don't remember that. And then just kind of put it aside. Didn't really think about it. Kept rummaging through the bin, and I found the torso, which had the arm printing, and I was like, oh,
it's that one.
It's that one.
It's that one.
It's the big one. So, and those are the only things you need. The helmet and the head or nothing.
They're everywhere, yeah.
So at that point, I knew I had it. It was in good shape. I mean, it's used, a little bit of micro scratching, but no cracks or anything.
Nothing
major.
serious. Okay.
So, I had a very brief internal dilemma. It's like the guy didn't know what he had. You could slip it in your pocket, nobody would know.
Oh,
I was
my
like,
word,
I was like, I
Daniel.
can't do that. I could never do
Good
that. I could
for
never
you,
do that.
sir. Good for you.
So, no, I totally owned up to it. I went, I showed him, I told him all about it, why it's expensive. I told him what it was worth. I showed him Bricklink. And he was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, I had no idea. It was just in the attic.
Yeah.
He didn't have anything from that time period, which is why it's still crazy. And I was like, if I'm ever going to get one,
Now's the
this
chance.
is going to be the time to get one. So we struck a deal. I mean, I'm not going to mention any numbers or anything, but because we had talked about, he didn't want it. He didn't know he had it. So I had offered initially to sell it for him.
Yes.
And he was like, well, I'll give you a cut if you sell it for me. He was also planning to pay me for taking the time to inventory of all his other sets. I also provided him with missing parts for the rest of his sets, just from they were all basic parts.
Yeah.
He just didn't have them. So I did all that.
Ooh.
It was the
Are these
the good
expensive?
friend discount.
Fun to get?
I don't believe so. I don't
Interesting.
think they're exclusive. So we took all of that into account. I told him what it was worth, so we subtracted a number of those things. He subtracted the commission of what he would have paid me if I had sold it for him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got a very good deal on it at the time. This was Christmas of 2021, I believe. It was
Not
not
that long ago.
before I moved down here.
All right.
He was worth over $1,000 at the time.
Oof.
Maybe between $1,000 and $1,500, I would say at the time.
That's cool.
Got a good deal on it.
Okay.
Anyway, so that was all about the Boba Fett. So
We
you were
all have
asking
those
about
stories,
the whole
yeah.
rest of the set.
Yeah, well, that's the most important part.
So after the Boba Fett, I was just gonna have that. I wasn't planning to go on this journey to get the set, but at Brick Fair, Virginia, the following year, 2022, there was a guy at the yard sale who had a big, nasty-looking gallon Ziploc bag with a piece of paper in it that said 10123 Cloud City, 80% complete, no minifigs. I'm like, okay, all right. Let's take a look. So I opened it up. The paper was the printed out Bricklink inventory, and he had already gone through it. And it had most of, I expected it was going to be missing all the hard to find parts, like the guy just parted together.
Like the plant pieces, the 1x4s.
It had the flex tube.
All three of them?
It had the brown plant stems. It had the white worm gears, I believe, were exclusive.
Yep.
It had those printed parts. It had, I think, 2 or 3 out of the 4 of the trans neon orange 1x4 bricks. So it was most of the key stuff. Hey,
What's
it's
up,
story
manager?
time. You're interrupting.
You're interrupting story time.
Well, I'm leaving, but I also wanted to see this.
You want to break it?
Yeah.
No. This isn't Mark's Instagram. This is the Joy Building.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, man.
We're getting there.
What's your opinion on this set?
It is not a great set, but it is a nostalgic and fun set.
You signed the treaty. You can't destroy anything.
Actually, no.
You signed it. That's your
Yeah, but I'm
signature.
on the other side.
You signed
I
it.
didn't
You
sign
signed
this.
it.
I
You
can
signed it.
destroy it.
You
I was
signed
the
it.
one sitting in the
No,
chair.
you
We
signed
did,
the
we
treaty,
did get a
though.
comment.
Doesn't it say 6:30 though?
We did get a comment that said that the
Yeah.
treaty's void.
Oh no!
Yes! Yeah.
The raids have begun again, folks.
See, the whole treaty's invalid now.
Yep.
Now we
it's
won't get to have
void.
special
Our
guests.
whole plan is coming together.
We have to bring the
Go
Nerf
home.
guns back.
Go home.
Yeah, I'm going home. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Joe.
Joe. Take care. He's
So anyway, yeah, looking through the inventory, it had most of the key stuff. And I was working here at the time, so I was like, I can get the rest of this, no problem. So I got a pretty good deal on that. So I had already gotten a good deal on Boba Fett, good deal on this.
So you're just getting deals all in all around.
And then I was like, all right, well, now I'm going to go for the whole thing. So Stormtrooper, easy to get. Darth Vader, easy to get.
You got a Cloud City
the
Stormtrooper?
Han, yeah.
It's like $9,000.
Crazy,
it's like-
crazy money.
We better not do
so
that, or
got
he's going
those
to get
two
more
figs.
expensive.
The Leia and the Han were relatively affordable, so I think the Han I got at a convention. I actually got it at a convention where I think the guy didn't really know which version of Han it was, because he was going for about 60 at the time.
Yeah.
He had him priced for 20, so I think he just
Like a normal
didn't quite
Han.
know.
Yeah.
Got the Han that way, got the Leia on Bricklink for a good price, and then here from the store was where I had to get the big dogs, the
Lando.
and the Luke. So paid
Big
up for those,
dog.
but it was store credit.
Yep.
So
There you go.
It's a beautiful thing about it.
yeah.
I
So
love how
got
this
those on
place
store
can
credit.
fall apart.
And then got the instructions from here as well. We got one at one point that was glued. We got like a whole collection of really good Star Wars sets, and they were almost all glued. I think the last one we had was the Sandcrawler, which we finally just put in the fish.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I
Yeah.
tell that story to customers about the glued Cloud City.
Yeah.
Normally,
I
even
think
this
Ben
one
ended up buying it.
was it Ben?
I think
I
Ben
thought it
took
was
home
you
the
who
glue.
bought it, but it
No,
was somebody
no.
else. Yeah,
I didn't have a
interesting.
use for it.
But yeah, no, we had a glued Cloud City set for like
Heartbreaking.
almost a year. We had this thing for
Heartbreaking.
forever. We had it
Yeah.
for so long. We could only sell it for $150 because it was like it was all glued. Now it wasn't super obviously glued, but
Yeah.
like it wasn't like terribly done. But nobody wanted a glued one. Like this thing could sell. This thing out of package without being certified is $700.
Yeah.
But it's only $150 if you glue it. So I tell people that you could almost,
Yeah.
if you have it in box, it's $10,000. If you glue it, it's $150.
And
So I
it's
tell
thrown
people,
away.
I tell people that to warn them.
That's
do
how easy it is
not
to mess something up
glue
like
them.
that.
That's
Don't
crazy.
do it.
Yep.
All right, I think this section is done.
Steven, have you found any missing pieces yet in this set?
I think I'm missing a 1x4 dark gray tile. I think.
And
Unless
that's
it's just
all
in the
you've
mixture.
noticed
Oh,
so
not
far?
the break.
So far, that's everything.
So you're telling me
Jammed
you
in
got
the
3 of the modules done, and you're only missing so
The
far
last
one
one
tile.
is the landing pad.
From an
That's
as-is
it.
set, that's not
That's
bad.
not bad at all.
That's
Man,
not bad.
oh man, I got a complaint to wager.
Oh dear.
This is the
purchased-
joy of building.
I
This is the
purchased-
We're
joy
supposed to be
of building.
joyful.
I purchased an as-is set from Atlanta
Uh-oh.
Brick Co.
Okay.
And I read the description.
Yep.
And it said maybe missing pieces,
Yes.
right? So I bought the upscaled Lego minifigure.
Oh, yes.
And I took it home, and I was building it last night, and it wasn't missing any pieces.
It was fully complete?
Can you believe that?
Fully
No.
complete.
It wasn't missing a single piece.
You're out of your
It
It
mind.
didn't have the minifigure in it, but I knew it wouldn't have that because I read the product description.
And
Exactly.
it says that it won't have animals or minifigs.
Exactly.
Speaking of which.
Exactly.
I have a similar story. So
I was looking for a project. I wanted to be like pulling parts out of my
Yeah.
collection so I could feel good about how the
about a month ago, I got a movable Hedwig set,
Yeah.
the one that flaps its wings.
Yeah.
And I also kind of wanted a little project, something nice with a little bit of Technic, something nice little display model. It wasn't missing. Even had the extra pieces with it.
I can't
It
believe
had a
that.
separate Ziploc bag that had extra parts in it.
That's crazy.
Of all the nerds.
I mean,
That's crazy.
That's just the kind of quality you get from us, right?
I guess.
Speaking of which, I'm just gonna put that grass lock in there. 'Cause
In
I
all
missed it.
seriousness, the sets can
Yes.
be missing parts. However, a lot of times you may get lucky
Yeah.
and get all the parts.
I've had probably about 3 or 4 times where I've gotten a set and it has everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you are going to be saving a lot of money
So-
if you do. We've discussed
Yeah.
quite a bit.
They're really for either mock builders who want cheap ways to get cool
Uh-huh.
parts or specific parts from certain sets, or people who want a little project. Go
Yeah.
on Bricklink, buy a couple parts, or pull them out of your collection if you.
I would say most people who know Lego or in the Lego community know they're not going to get a battle pack for $6.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're not
That's
going
not
to get
gonna
those
happen.
Rebel Troopers in
In
there.
theory,
Sorry,
if it's too
folks.
good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah.
But you never know. You never know.
Okay,
Now, I mean, we
so-
do have, Benetars in that bin for $70. So, I mean,
that's
an
a pretty
insane
good
deal. That's crazy.
Probably better than what it would be by weight in the pick and mix
Yeah.
table.
That's accurate, I'd say.
So
About every
people
week a
love the
Benetar
clearance
gets
bin.
thrown in there, and it's crazy.
We must have them out the wazoo.
Oh, yeah.
I know the things that are like always in there are like Grogu,
Yep.
Poe Dameron's X-wing.
Yep.
A lot of
It's
Yodas.
the
A lot of
stuff-
Yodas.
Yeah,
Surprisingly,
the big Yoda,
there's
yeah.
never any TIE fighters in there.
No, I'll tell
No,
you why.
I can't imagine why.
There's this little fella
It's
at the
almost like an
front.
artificial sort of tampering with the statistical likelihood.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when Ian, one of his first weekends he worked here with us. He was like, "Man, I just found 3 TIE fighters in this bin." I was like,
Uh-huh.
"That's awesome, man."
Uh-huh.
He's like, "Huh, I'm about to pay you guys $15 for me to work here today."
yeah.
I was like, "Wait a second, you just worked a 10-hour shift?
He
You're telling me you're about to
offset the
lose
cost,
money?"
yeah.
He's like,
That's
"Yeah."
the problem with working here. People are like, "Oh, I wish I could work here." It's like, do you? Because
Yeah.
you'll be paying them sometimes, depending on the
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. I think about that a lot when I go out to lunch. You go out to lunch, with how much food costs these days, it's like, wow, that was like a half an hour, like 45 minutes worth of work.
I know.
Just because I didn't pack a lunch today.
I
Oh,
pack everything.
it's
I
brutal.
never
I try
go
and
out.
pack. I try and
never
pack.
go out.
But sometimes Jersey Mike's is too hard to resist.
Yeah.
You make a
man,
good point.
So good.
I haven't been there in so long.
We have a good relationship with Jersey Mike's. We built them a building in Brickland.
Oh, yeah.
and sometimes when we go over there, they give us a little bit of a discount.
Do
So we
they
have a
actually?
good relation.
Oh, my word.
I have sometimes. There's one specific guy that works there who I've
It's-
gotten it on the receipt. It's called like Good Neighbor discount or something.
It's because we put them next to the Fabuland building in there.
Exactly.
that must be
That's
it.
what it
That's
was.
it. There, yeah, the Fabuland building.
Uh,
We need to make an Animal Crossing building for there, by the way.
No, we don't. We have Fabuland. It's the same thing.
It'd be cool to see them
You
next
could
to each
swap
other.
it out.
We could. Now I will. Now that we bring that up, I've been not saying anything about it because it was mentioned so much, but there were so many questions about if Daniel is getting the Animal Crossing sets.
Yes,
We
there
need to
were-
address it. We need to
There,
address it.
single
I
person
was
asked.
asked that question a lot. I wouldn't say I've been asked that question by a lot of people. I've been asked
Yeah.
that question a lot by Garrett.
Yes.
Today and
Yes.
yesterday.
Nope,
pretty
not
much.
a single person asked.
Yeah,
Are you
crazy.
going to be getting the Animal Crossing
No,
sets, Daniel?
not a single one.
Well, why not?
Not a single
Okay,
one.
Cool.
here's
I'm
what we're
gonna
gonna
get
do.
one.
Here's
I
what we're
know.
doing.
I think Rich got a bunch of the poly bags somehow,
Yeah.
and I was like, I might buy one of the poly bags because it's got that crazy little tree root piece in
Yeah,
it.
that's a really cool part,
Yeah,
actually.
that's a nice one.
Now-
I could see somebody using that for like a cool like Dagobah mock or
Yeah.
something.
Here's what I think we're going to do. So Steven's going to get one of the Animal Crossing sets.
I want to get one.
Okay.
Grumpy Jay's going to get one of the Animal Crossing sets.
Okay.
And then Daniel's also going to
Daniel's
get...
gonna get a Dune
He-
Ornithopter.
he-
Yeah.
He's going to get one of the Animal Crossing sets, and then y'all are all going to go down to the Orlando
Okay,
store
I
and
call the
combine them
poly bag.
together.
I call the poly bag.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. Fair
And
enough.
you're going to combine them all together, and you guys are going to make an Animal Crossing village.
I see.
All right.
I see.
For Orlando Brickco.
And I'll allow you to put a Fabuline figure in it.
Got it.
You can use the alligator
All right.
one. That one's cool.
Yep. Alligator's cool.
There we got the huge
I guess you don't build the
landing
landing pad
platform.
last. I guess you build the what is that thing? Antenna array?
I don't know what this is. Are you
The
supposed
catwalk.
to
That's
put...
kind of the word I was looking for.
That's right. Yeah. Are you supposed to put the first slave one on this? The first one they built?
You can fit the slave one and the cloud car, I believe, was probably the original intention.
Okay. I was
my
going to say,
knowledge.
because the slave one is older than this by quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they're around the same time.
I mean, that's what would make sense, because there was not a... what do they fly to get there? The Falcon?
Falcon,
Yeah.
Fly in the Falcon?
Mhm.
That's
yeah,
right.
you certainly couldn't fit
Give me
that.
God now.
No. Even the
So,
old one.
yeah, I think the intention was probably the slave one and the cloud
And
car.
some of those, the cloud cars.
I don't have that cloud car. I do have the
There's-
slave one.
Like 2 or 3 cloud cars, right? Isn't there a yellow one and a red one?
Oh no. There's the OG Cloud car,
Yeah.
and then there's the one that comes in the newer Cloud
Yes.
City set, and I think that's it.
What's that little red thing I'm thinking of?
The red one is the Cloud
That's the
car.
cloud car.
I don't know what yellow thing.
What's the yellow thing I'm thinking of?
I don't know. I don't
Yellow
know.
thing?
Okay, that's the original Twin Pod
Yes,
Cloud car.
yes.
7119.
Uh-huh.
And then there's various other sort of micro
What am I
advent
thinking
calendar
of? The
interpretations.
thing that's like a it's like a yellow like convertible car.
Oh, that's from the Phantom Menace.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
no,
right.
sorry, the clone.
The
No,
Naboo-
Attack of the Clone.
Yeah,
The Naboo
yeah.
Starfighter?
No.
No, you're
Yellow
thinking of.
car thing.
You remember? It's from Coruscant, where the shapeshifters making a break for it after she tried
Oh,
to kill.
the two yellow cars.
Yes.
One's like yellow and lime
Yes.
green.
Yeah,
What is that
yeah,
one
yeah.
called? Coruscant Chase.
That's
or
the
something?
one. I've had people ask about that recently.
Sentry says it's the episode 2 ship.
It is not called Coruscant Chase. Somebody, I'll find it by searching Zam West.
I don't think it's a Skyhopper.
Morgan will find
No,
it.
it's not the Skyhopper.
No, that's the
Another good set.
that is a good set.
Another kind of crazy set.
Oh, just out of curiosity, does anyone else in the chat have the full set for Cloud City?
Am I spelling Zam Wessel wrong?
Who has a Cloud City? Raise
Just
your
out of
hand in the
curiosity.
chat.
Raise your hand in the chat if you own a Cloud
This
City.
is your time to brag and
Zam
flaunt.
Wessel.
flex,
Wessel
yeah.
has 2 S, 2 L's. I was doing 2 S, 1 L. Okay, the set is Bounty Hunter Pursuit.
Now,
I
in
should
Famous,
know
I
that.
agree with you. I do not like that they're using the Mario plate format, but it's very easy to grab the houses and take them off and put them on a 16 by 16 plate. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. That's episode.
Okay.
Episode.
Okay, tell me I'm wrong for saying that is a cloud car.
It flies.
Maybe.
I mean,
It came out around the same time, right? Isn't that right?
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
These are actually really useful.
Episode 2.
These 4x6 bricks.
Mm.
These are actually really nice to have.
Yeah.
And speaking of which,
It is the original Cloud City, Ryan. You're correct.
what is?
It is not a. He was asking if this is the original Cloud
It
City.
is.
That's right. It is.
It's a fortune if it has the minifigs. This one is technically pre-owned as is. It's not certified pre-owned.
We
like the other
specified
sets.
that at the
We're
beginning.
kind of certifying it right now.
I'm actually doing it right now.
Where's the box? What was the price
It was
on
just
this?
a plastic.
Have we
thing.
sold it
got the
already?
plastic over here.
No. Oh,
It
we
is
got the plastic.
$599.99.
That's not
600
bad.
bucks.
Now
Even
I told
without the
them
minifigs.
I told them not to quote me. They are quoting me, but I said this is probably the cheapest Cloud City in the South.
It very well might be. It very well might be.
I said not to quote me, and then they all quoted me. So
I usually don't
Of
make a
course
habit
they
of
did.
talking about prices I paid for things. I certainly wouldn't do it for like minifigs or Cloud City. But the 80% complete one that was just the set that I brought at Brick Fair, Virginia, that was about $250.
that's
And
not bad.
I was still getting a good deal because some of these big gray corner
Those
rounds
very
go for a
hard
lot
to
by
find.
are
themselves.
pricey on their own.
$80
There's just a
alone.
lot of anything that's exclusive to this set is instantly going to be
Yeah.
Crazy.
at least a few bucks more than it probably should be.
All right, we're almost. I don't want to go any longer than 6. I'm almost done.
Yeah, you're doing good.
So
Oh
we
yeah, that
got-
is not a problem.
Okay, so that goes here.
Dana,
This
did
is
you get
amazing.
anything on March 1st?
Nope.
We're gonna have to do a
I-
swap.
I redeemed the code for the Micro Ninjago.
Okay,
thing.
would you mind sliding the parts this
Yes,
way?
yeah.
Carefully sliding the parts this way. There we go.
You didn't
Condense all your
you
stuff.
didn't pre-order anything?
Nope.
Really?
Oh well, yes. Sorry. I pre-ordered the MIDI scale Star Wars sets, which were technically a March
Hang on,
1st
hang on.
release, but I had pre-ordered them back in. Oh, you're trying to connect it.
Yeah.
I had pre-ordered them back in They started for pre-order, I want to say at the beginning of February, but I waited till mid-February to get the Space Babies.
Oh, okay.
I got the Space Babies. I had to get that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that those used a
This is huge.
exclusive head print.
Yes.
I thought it was using the
They're
baby
not
face print.
technically
It's not.
Space Babies.
They're
micro space.
micro
spacemen,
minifigs.
astronauts.
Yeah,
I
they're
want to see
cool.
them do that with more characters. The
Yeah.
baby format, like that's
That
more micro
that
scale.
very well could overtake the
Well, I love sewer babies.
yeah.
Sewer
I think
babies are
sewer
great.
babies are hilarious. I've
I-
actually swapped out the babies in my Atlanta Brick Co. exclusive Battle Baby mechs
For a
with
with
the
sewer
space
babies.
baby,
That's
yeah, the
perfect.
sewer babies.
That's
because they look
perfect.
more apocalyptic.
I mean, they are. Yeah, that's the whole shtick. By the way, I'm working on the scene where Vader gives him the bad news. What's that TV show? You are not the father. You know, that
Oh,
horrible
Maury.
That's what it is. Is it? Am I
On this
wrong?
episode of Maury,
Yeah, we.
Darth Vader does a
So
backflip.
Lord Vader and his estranged son.
that's such a funny episode. That little clip where the dude does the backflip.
You do a flip.
Oh yeah.
There's a dude on Maury who they tell was not the
Yeah.
father, and he does a flip on this right there on the stage. Oh boy.
Have you seen? There was one I saw not too long ago. That was like, I guess there was like a modern Maury or whatever.
Yeah.
But like this dude, they were like, "You are not the father." He was like, "Oh, Your Honor, can I Millie Rock?" They were like, "Absolutely not."
Yes, permission.
All right, I
You
think
know
I'm
what they
missing-
always say: "'Tis better to ask for forgiveness
Forgiveness.
to Millie Rock than for permission to Millie Rock."
I think I'm missing a part. I'm missing a 2x4 black plate, so
Oh.
not too crazy.
No, that's a really expensive. That's
Exactly.
exclusive to this
I'm
set.
just giving them the
2x4
information.
black plate.
I'm giving him the information.
So Ryan, we have decided to move the stream up. This is kind of an experiment. We're trying it out, but based on like analytics and like when like most traffic we have on the site seems to be around this time, and so it seems like this might work out a little better for more of our viewers. So we're gonna try it this week and next week to see how it goes. It may change again in the future, but for now, this is kind of what we're gonna stick with.
We're also doing guest appearances.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
That's why
We-
these guys.
we
We're
have
gonna
more-
shake it up a little bit.
We have more
Yeah.
people here during this time, so we can pull Daniel aside and have him tell stories and showing us the Atlanta
make
skyline
little
stuff.
announcements if we need to. Stuff.
What's
like
up,
that,
Moto?
right?
How you doing?
Moto!
Yes, it seems the joy of building is set to max joy.
We
Tell me
need
about
a, on like old gray bricks and stuff, they have like little gifs and things that pop up. I think you need like a joy meter or
Yeah,
something.
we
joy
do.
meter.
Yeah, we
Yes.
A little needle
Get
that's
one
on
of
maxing
those.
out.
Yes.
Little
Oh,
joy
I
counting.
have a question for my buddy Moto here. You probably recognize this set. It's Cloud City. Is it ugly? Let me know in the comments, Moto. I'm curious as to your opinion. We've had a lot of differing opinions. Don't be nervous. I promise. But I'm curious what you think, my friend.
Since
You said it was ugly.
I did, yes.
Those big gray curved pieces were the first pieces I had as a kid that had me completely stumped on finding another good use for them. Definitely don't see pieces like that anymore.
That's a really good
Unless
point.
you buy 4+ sets.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I
I mean,
will
maybe
say-
Castle, but even then.
What are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I wouldn't
7,
know
8, 9,
what to
10,
use
11,
these
12,
for.
13, 14, 15. These are 16 by 16.
It's the thing he gets to stand on and
Um,
making the thing where Luke is gonna
you
scream.
could use them as concrete. I don't know. I
You
mean,
could use it as castle wall toppers a little bit, maybe here and there for
I
like
mean,
the
yeah.
larger elements.
Yeah.
Maybe.
the Belleville ones have more use, I think,
The
just
pink
because
ones?
they come in more colors.
The pink ones?
Yeah, honestly.
Really? Okay.
I will say, the color catalog for this part and the other similar part is wild.
It's
Because
wild.
most of what these were used for was Belleville. So this one here is the 16 by 16. You can get this in dark pink, light gray, light orange, light violet,
What?
magenta, and medium green, which is that crazy, like, kind of
Light
minty color.
violet?
Light violet.
That's a rare color.
And all of those colors, except for dark pink, only came in one set.
That's
One.
insane.
They're all exclusive
So
to a certain
weird.
set. The other one, even more crazy, the 12 by 12 version.
Yep.
Bright green, bright light blue, which is surprisingly still a modern
Yeah.
color. I think that one went away and came back. Dark pink, light orange, light violet, light yellow,
That's
medium
weird.
green, yellow, and trans light blue.
Huh?
A brick this size in trans light blue.
Wasn't it like some sort of
Whoa.
fairy tale ice castle or something?
Before
Before Frozen?
The set
Crazy.
that one came in, that was in the Royal Crystal Palace
Pull it
from the
up. Let me see that
Belleville
thing.
Fairy Tale line. There it is. It was
I
like, it was like an
remember
ice
this
skating
set.
pond.
It's
Wow.
a raised base plate, one of the weirdest raised base plates I've ever had.
Yep.
I love
I think
that set.
I think Mark needs that set.
I think he does.
Look at that.
God, I think it's pretty.
look at that.
I want to take a bite out
Wow.
It looks like candy.
It looks like a piece of
like a
Jello.
piece of
What's the
rock
best-
candy.
I guess I'll just.
Yeah.
It's like
30
Breaking
seconds
Bad's
here.
rock candy.
It's probably not going to focus, but
That's something off Breaking Bad.
it looks like a prototype part. It's a humongous brick in a
That's
transparent
crazy.
That's
color.
wild.
Insane. I think I have one. I think I got one from Corey.
And Famous said, "Bring back medium green, great color."
Medium green is a beautiful
It
color.
is.
I agree.
All right.
Unlike anything else.
That's it. So here's the thing. Here's the
Gosh,
last
we'll
piece.
just sweep these.
I was about to
wait,
say,
wait,
those don't
I need one more.
exist.
We need one more. I missed one. Yeah, there we go. Now we're done.
You're not going to snap your hoses on?
No,
Fear of damage
I
them?
am not
I
going to
don't
snap the
blame you on
hoses.
that,
They're
actually.
They're
one of the more
finicky.
expensive parts in this set, so I am not touching
They're
that.
finicky.
Here it is. This giant behemoth. I dropped a neon
Oh, I
green.
think some of the parts were they were the second.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
package
didn't
for
build
the
that
thing.
because
Yeah.
I do wish
I have the
we
parts for it,
had
though.
a slave one to dock on here, but
Yeah, I don't think we have one of those in the store.
Okay, so
That makes
set
it look
wrap.
a lot
Here's
better.
what's not. Here's what's missing. I dropped a 1x1 green neon green piece here. I'll put it back.
Find it. We'll find it.
There's also missing a 1x4 tile in in dark gray. Obviously, we don't have the minifigures.
so you're
There
telling
was-
me this set's missing like 5 pieces?
There was a broken tile. This is not a rare part,
Well,
thankfully.
and
It
also
came with
like
Ice
now
Planet.
I can just go find these parts.
Exactly.
It'll
Then you'll
basically, it'll basically be inventory.
Yeah,
And then
It's
you
now
replace-
not even that.
we're not
as
going to
is.
change
And I
it.
just need to replace the chain. But other than that, that's it.
Wow.
Everything is here, and it's in surprisingly really good shape. So
And it's online.
there it is. Hey, let's go to Spotty. Let's go to Spotty here. Real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, show it off for a
I'm
little
gonna
bit.
show it off. This
Pull
is
this back off. To
you have to take the thing off. And the instruction book, no missing pages. It's in perfect
You
condition.
got longer fingernails than I. You may have to pop this
you got?
tile off of here. I can't quite
Here.
get it.
Alright. So let me grab these extra parts. We have a few blasters too, which is hilarious. There we go. Let's move these over. Slide this way. We are gonna go.
It looks like a giant spaceship. Right?
Yeah,
Like something out of
wild.
Spaceballs. You see it just flying through the
Here,
sky.
put it back on the table. Here, just here in the front. Straighten it out. There we
Just
go.
straighten it out. There you go.
All right, here's our spot where Luke finds out about his dad. This doorway.
Wow, spoiler
Actually-
alert, Steven! Oh
I'm
my gosh!
sorry.
Oh
You
my
haven't
gosh!
seen it.
Oh,
There's a-
Steven!
There's a trap door that flings Luke backward, which is
That's
pretty fun.
cool. Looks
This-
like the window's breaking
This
out.
wall collapses like on some of the characters here. We've got obviously the dining room scene. Okay, it lowers gravity. There we go.
Look at that. That's pretty smooth.
It actually does the job really well.
Yeah.
It's the
That's a
dining room
little too
where
tight,
Luke,
isn't it?
where Vader shows up and he grabs Han Solo's gun.
I have a
Here's
bad feeling
obviously
about
the
this.
chamber where Han Solo says, "I know," instead of "I love you too." Very funny.
I
All these
love all
extra
that trans
parts.
neon orange.
That is really cool.
Looks insane.
That's something that I think they did. They have trans neon orange when they did the new one, or had they already retired that?
They did.
Was
They
it
did
just
have
trans orange?
They had, I think, a mix of the two.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, there's our crazy giant platform. You can put a lot of
Yeah,
stuff
it's
on it.
huge. It
It's
dwarfs
massive.
the rest
It's
of
a
the set.
shield.
Yeah.
But yeah, there it is. There is one of the most rare and desirable Star Wars sets of all time, if not
Yeah.
the most rare and desirable. Unless you're not counting minifigs.
I would say
Oh,
rare
yeah.
and desirable sets. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, amongst ones that were regularly retail available.
Yeah.
So not like
Non-limited edition.
inside tour stuff. You know?
Yeah. This was not limited in any way. This
Yep.
was not special edition in any way.
Yep.
And here it is. It's incredible. All right. Oh, we can go back to
I
the main
will.
shot.
I
Here.
will say. I mean, seeing it all together, it's still not a great display set, but like
Yeah, you don't want this.
having a couple like ships to go with this, it'd be a fun play set. I could play with this for a couple hours.
I can
Yeah,
see how it'd
the
be
features are
entertaining. I think I can see how this would be an entertaining set.
Mhm.
I like this back wall. Let me turn this around. Most people probably don't see this. It moves pretty decent.
Well,
the moment I say that,
um,
on the back you can actually see a bit of architecture going on. It's nothing crazy,
But
but
yeah,
it's something.
They put a handful of parts into that back wall.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
has a
could have
nice
just been
look.
an ugly back wall like the Tantive hallway that just came out that
I'm
year.
sure that
I
was
was
the
about to say,
That thing
conversation
looks
that
like
happened.
doo-doo on the back.
Yeah, but yeah, it's
Straight dookie.
It's kind of amazing. Like it's,
yeah, Morgan. I bet it does look. I'm sure it does look better with the figs on it.
Yeah,
and
that's
everything.
true. Get stormtroopers and
Yeah.
Chewbacca and R2D2. Throw him in there too.
We did get Moto's
what did
opinion
Moto
on
say?
it.
Oh.
So he said, this set is a nice play set for 2005, but by modern standards, it's rough around the edges on beauty. Not ugly, but not pretty either.
That's a good way of saying it. That's actually
Very well spoken.
that's perfect. That's exactly how I would sum it up. But yeah, here it is, folks, right here. But yeah, we went a little longer than normal, but here's our opportunity for you guys to take something home. So, Garrett, what do we got?
Well, there is our giveaway.
Yep.
Let me get some trivia ready.
We got Kylo's shuttle. Looks very cool.
I didn't get ready for that.
Oh, we didn't?
Where's the trivia time thing? There it is.
There it is, yeah. Daniel, do you have a trivia?
I don't, but we could come up with
I don't
one.
have any.
Okay.
I forgot.
I'll just entertain everybody.
Okay.
Let me look and see
I
if
was
there's
trying to
any
get
catalog
everything
in here.
ready for that. That's the one thing I
See,
missed
what do we
up.
have in the back here? Oh, cool. Go to Spotty while you guys are looking real
Yeah.
quick. I'd love to show this off whenever I get the chance.
First thing with arm printings
Is the
too.
catalog.
I think I've got something good.
Catalog here. There we are. We have Clickets.
Is that a Rockshi I see?
We have Belva. We have Bionicle, the Rockshi. We have a lovely creator set. That's actually a pretty good one. Above here, we have some Technic and some Racers Technic. Those big cars were pretty hard to get. And those are also very difficult to find, too. That's a very rare set as well. Very fun to see. But yeah, there's our instruction book. Oh, here's the last page, by the way. It shows you how to perform the layout here. They give you a map, essentially. Let me back up. They give you a map on how it works.
That is pretty cool.
That's pretty funny. But yeah, this is a wild set. They don't make them like they used to. It's not pretty, but not ugly. I love the background on this set, on this magazine, on this instruction book too. Absolutely stunning. Real showstopper. Absolutely beautiful. I can't take a look at all the vents and stuff like that.
Steven, do you think you'd ever get this up?
There you go. Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. There are other Star Wars sets that are as cool as this one that aren't quite as expensive. But this is a deal, I'm not going to lie. This is a very nice deal. And I don't have the figs either. This is something you'd have to commit to. This is a different side of Lego collecting.
Yeah, it is.
It's very special for a lot of people.
Did you get something?
How hard do we want to make this?
Make it hard.
I feel like a lot of people know Cloud City / Star Wars stuff, so.
Okay.
All right, we're going with a Daniel trivia
This
tonight.
is our trivia.
Expert level.
This is for our giveaway tonight.
Expert level.
On Cloud City, in The Empire Strikes Back, there is a very briefly seen character that has been embraced by popular culture named Wilro Hood, who is carrying a Camtono. Please provide the exact make and model of the ice cream maker that he is carrying in the background of said scene on Cloud City.
Oh,
you gotta be
no.
I need the
way.
exact brand name and model of ice cream maker.
So a prop. We have to name a prop.
Somebody might know this off the top of their head.
What I love about
This
that
may
too,
not just be a Google one.
wasn't he like an unnamed character for years?
Oh yeah, and then when like the Legends stuff got really big, people were writing like whole fan fictions about Wilro Hood.
They were like, he was
carrying.
He was
It's
super
like,
Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that chat.
yeah, it's an ice cream container.
Oh, is that right?
What brand and what model of ice cream container?
That's not a brand.
Morgan is furiously typing.
I'm sure I can hear the keyboard.
Or more likely, he's wearing his what's the thing, the Vision Quest or whatever. He's probably typing in the
Taruni Rhodes.
I must say he typed in Wilro Hood before
Wilro
he even
Hood,
finished
yeah,
talking.
yeah, that's one that most people know. That was too easy.
Before we were done
That's why
talking,
I asked
you're
how hard
ready.
you want to make it.
Oh my word! Sorry, guys.
There are legions of people who dress up as Wilro Hood
Yes.
every year for a Star Wars celebration, and they
And
all
they-
show up in their orange jumpsuits with their
And
I
they-
can't say the name of the ice cream.
They need
maker.
the exact one that he carried.
exact one. I'm looking at it right here.
Didn't they
What is
use
it?
this and make a prop of it for Mandalorian?
Oh yeah. The Camtonos were huge in Mandalorian. It's what he was using to.
Wow.
Make a
to
model
carry
of an
around
ice
the
cream
Beskar
maker. Oh
This
man,
is-
the
this
chat
is
is
stumping,
slow.
folks.
Oh, they're on Google.
At
aren't
this
they?
point, I might just settle for the brand.
Not
Moose
the
Jack.
ice
Not
cream
the
Not the
maker.
ice cream, Grumpy. Come on, it's an ice cream maker.
At least give me the brand.
The brand of the ice
The
cream
brand
maker.
of ice cream maker.
Where'd you find this? Oh my word, you found this here. Okay,
That's
this
good.
might take people a second to track this down. Wow, this is really a test for Morgan, I think.
Notice you can get a lot of Beskar in that thing.
You can't get a lot of Beskar in that thing.
Interesting. Come on, guys. Kylo Ren's ship is on the line.
I would like to see the baby.
Let's see the baby.
I'm surprised,
It's a brand of appliances.
I'm surprised Morgan hasn't gotten this yet.
I am too. I
Nice
think this would
trolley
be pretty
bag.
easily
Oh.
searchable. I found it.
Great value.
Not a great value,
No,
not
no.
necessarily.
Cuisinart was a good guess. You're on the right lines, but
Yeah.
that is not the correct brand.
Not a
Oh,
KitchenAid,
KitchenAid, no.
No, nope. Very close.
GE.
Sunbeam.
No.
GE. No.
Some trivia you learned.
This brand
in
is still
Pawn
around,
Stars.
as far as I know.
Okay.
Pawn Stars. Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
If you ever want to dress up as this guy, you're gonna need to know this.
You're gonna need to go on. I bet this ice cream maker is actually probably
Empire
pretty
Minute.
expensive on eBay.
Probably.
Because
Minute.
people need it for that.
Yeah.
Because for a long time, when they stopped working, people probably either threw them away or donated
Also, those
them to
cameras
Goodwill.
for the lightsabers. Those old cameras.
A lot of appliances and things that were
Samsung. Nope.
used
Not a Samsung.
in movie props become artificially expensive
Yeah.
later. As there's whole like prop making forums and stuff where people talk about all the different parts that go into it.
Anybody
Gosh.
makes Model 7.
This was, maybe I found it by luck. I don't know. Let's see.
Maybe. How hard is it to check?
Dang, you weren't lying. This is an expert level.
No, it comes right up. It comes right up when I search it.
Oh!
Oh!
Ah!
Ooh.
I
Do we
think
see
Nexus
it?
has got it.
Do we have it?
Does he have it?
I mean,
You want to give it to him?
first I asked for the brand name and the model,
And
and
then
then
we
I said
switched.
just the brand
Mr.
name.
Coffee.
Okay. He technically got the. I think he got the model.
Oh, he
wrong.
said Model 7.
Okay. I mean,
I think we're gonna give it.
I
to
think that's
him.
it.
The response that I have is the Hamilton Beach 4-quart capacity ice cream maker 68330. But all I really needed was Hamilton Beach, so I think we're gonna give it to
Alright,
Nexus.
that
on
will
this one.
work.
All right, there
Hamilton
it is.
Beach
Sorry,
ice
Morgan.
cream maker, the infamous Wilro Hood Cantono.
That's awesome.
So
Man.
Nexus to Zach is gonna get the Kylo Ren's command shuttle. Very good.
Really good. Great
Congratulations.
trivia. Thank you for that, Daniel.
Yep, that's a
All
fun one.
right.
But guys, thank you for joining us tonight, watching us build a very, very classic set. I mean, this will probably be the only time we ever do a
Iconic.
Cloud City.
That's the only time.
So
I'm
it was
sure.
a great opportunity to do one.
Now one of y'all better buy it.
Now, let's say, now that we have pretty much gone through it, you know what it's missing. It is going to be, go ahead and quote me, why not? This is the cheapest
Really good.
Cloud City in the South.
Sure,
Go for it.
sure.
Matt South of the Mason-Dixon line.
Yep.
Until proven otherwise.
Yep,
Yeah.
until somebody sends me a link.
But yeah.
But other than that, guys, I think that'll be it for tonight. We're going to go ahead and close up shop.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Looks like 4 o'clock seems to be working pretty good.
Yeah, we'll experiment.
Uh,
This will be the same time next week for the
Yes,
Joy Building. We're going to
next
do it
week.
next week this way,
Same
too.
bat time, same bat channel.
There you are.
Anyway, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. Next, just send us an email. We know where you are. We'll get that to you as soon as possible.
Yep.
Tune in tomorrow for some more live streams, probably store tours. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Hit
yeah,
the like
thank
button.
you. Hit the like and subscribe. We always forget to ask.
Smash that like button.
Smash it.
But yeah, thank you guys again, and we will see you later.
Good night.
Get your